Okay, so Yannick, what are you doing? Like I said, you see people coming out. Everybody seems to be curious as to what the noise is, walking towards the shore. Like I said, it's late at night. Um, you can see it's a pretty clear night. You can see fairly well despite the late hour. So what are you doing?
Yeah, and Kree just smashed someone down with a walking stick, right?
Yes, that is correct.
Okay. So, do we really do turns?
Yeah, the
Okay.
turn order marker thing is going really slow, and every time I try shifting, it
No,
just
that's not the question. The question is if I really am supposed to act like I would act in a turn. Am I limited by the number of steps and all this crap?
Oh, no, no. Right now, I just need to know what you're doing.
Ah, okay.
Whether it takes a second or a minute, I just kind of need to know what you're doing.
Well, okay, this is action for like, let's say, 3 seconds actually, exactly. So I start walking towards Cree, stuffing the my Batman walking stick with another dose of lacquer powder.
Okay.
So I will move probably where I moved myself, and doing that as I'm walking.
Okay, yeah, that's no problem. All right, so I'm gonna go next. According to my screen, I got Sean next.
Okay. Um, I'm just moving out here for now. And pulling a wand.
Okay. Sean, will you make me an IQ perception plus measure, and
Okay.
then that puts you up, Jeff.
Okay.
And then I'd like you to make the same roll as well, IQ plus your measure.
Okay. I made mine by 5.
Cool. All right, you know he's definitely under influence of magic. You can feel the magic radiate off of him. You made it by 5.
Yeah.
You know that the source is pulling him in a direction, and you can almost see he's almost like being pulled in a very jerky fashion. The way he's moving, and Jeff, you can see as well that you can once you step outside, you can see that he's definitely being manipulated by magic.
Okay.
Let's see. Oh, you are both. Okay. Go ahead. What are you doing, Jeff?
I was going to try to, as kind of a free action, shout out his name. Kind of say, Kree, what are you doing?
Okay. I'm gonna make him a quick roll. 6. Oh, okay. You see, he turns towards his name, and you see for a moment he recognizes you, and he looks confused, and then you see he shakes his head again, and he starts to look around, and something jerks him pretty heavily, and he starts moving again.
Okay.
And he sort of kind of bumps into you as he's walking.
Oh, damn it.
And he just stabbed that girl and just kept moving.
Yes. And you see she's on the ground crying. She's bleeding pretty profusely at this point. And she still has, it looks like a chunk of the walking stick in her still.
Oh, Lord. So, I guess as part of my action, can I club him over the head, or can I do non-lethal damage to him?
Yeah, you can
I
always do
mean, I could cast a spell. It takes 4 rounds, though, to go off. By that time, he's going to be...
Keep in mind, we're like not in really combat time right now. We're very much in narrative time. Only
Well,
reason I'm going by turns is that way we don't get all jumbled up.
So all I was going to do was I was going to cast either Daze or Hypnotic Leaps, whichever is appropriate.
Okay.
Daze says the subject looks and acts normal but doesn't notice what's going on around him. I don't know if that's appropriate. And Hypnotic Leaps is kind of literally they become hypnotized. They have to do an IQ check or they're hypnotized.
Okay. Either one. Does Hypnotic Leaves require leaves in the area? Does it require the trees?
You can use like grass or swirling.
Okay, yeah, then it's fine. So
and
either
I get
one you can use.
benefits if it's plentiful, or is there trees around? I guess, is there any trees around?
Most of the trees in town are small saplings and small. You got to keep in mind the town is only a few years old, and
So it was leveled and then brought back up.
Yeah, completely leveled for lumber.
I think as long as there's leaves, flower petals, stuff like that, something
But yeah,
I could
you've got
use.
shrubs, you've got
Okay.
long grass. Keep in mind it's winter; it's all stunted right now, so it'll be no modifiers, be straight up just a roll. So
Okay. Yeah, so let me see what I do need to cast it. I think it's pretty hefty on the sorry. I've never cast spells before for this guy. It's 12, so let me roll. Made it by 4.
okay, cool.
And it costs
The steps.
I'm gonna roll something real quick because there is a resistance here.
yeah, so what it says is must resist IQ or become hypnotized. And it lasts a minute.
Okay.
Condition ends of subject line of sight of leaves as blocks. The leaves are destroyed or he is attacked.
Okay, I'm gonna give him a quick roll of 13. Okay, you notice?
Resist, oh, never mind. If you resist it, I can't cast for another 30 seconds on him. Right?
Okay.
He's like a natural immunity. Sorry.
The moment you casted the spell on him, you felt something pushing back. And whatever it was, it definitely did not expect your spell to begin attacking him as well. And you can feel this, whatever it was, the magic. For a few moments, you can see almost like translucent tentacles wrapped about his body and his limbs, pulling him. And they shimmer for just a moment before they disintegrated, and your spell took precedence over his body. And you see he just kind of stops and he's swaying. And you see he's watching what looks to be one of the small little shrubs in front of the building. He's just kind of swaying with the wind with it, and he's just staring.
Okay, if I have time to yell, I'm going to say, like I noticed Yannick kind of walking towards him, I'm going to say, don't attack, I think I have him under my control. Because if Yannick attacks him, it breaks it, it says.
Okay.
If I have time to do that. If I don't, that's cool. I might have spent my entire...
Oh, no, talking's always a free action.
So just to narrate kind of how my character does it, I kind of grab my staff that has beads on it, and I shake it and do like a chant, and my eyes roll back in my head, and I kind of do like a shamanistic chant by shaking the beads around, and the plant reacts to my magic and leaves start swirling all around his head.
Oh, that's right. You've got very, like, your magic spells are kind of obvious.
Yeah, they're very obvious I'm doing them. All of them I took stuff to make it obvious.
That's
So
right.
it's very
You got the
obvious, and
magic
I'm the one
staff,
cast.
right? So it's
Yeah,
like
so I have a
shamanistic.
staff that gives me bonuses, but it has to be super obvious I'm doing it. So it's glowing green or something like that.
Okay. So it's all wowing.
Yeah, and I'm shaking and chanting and muttering a ritual.
Okay. Derek,
Yes.
you see this going on in front of the building. In fact, you recognize these people. These are some of the people who had interviewed you previously, asking you questions about the bodies and stuff and the ships that came in. Like everyone else, you hear the sounds going off from the distance. I need, you know what? You're way over there. Make a vision check for me, Derek. Everyone else, all right. Everyone else will get a vision check, but I'm going to say it's going to be like a -1. So everybody, go ahead and give me a vision check as well, but -1 for your roll.
I got mine spot on.
Okay.
Success.
Okay. If you make a vision check, you can see off in the distance towards the gates. You can see a very, very heavy fog begin to roll into the gates and over the gates. Now, remember your city map. The city is surrounded by two walls. One is a wooden wall that surrounds the entire town, and then there's a stone wall that hasn't been completed yet. And this fog seems to be rolling over the wooden portions of the gate right now and through the gate. Big heavy fog, and some of the people, the town folk, seem to be walking into it now in that same almost zombie-like stagger.
All right, a couple of quick questions. Does anything in particular seem to be making the noise?
Anything in particular? No, you cannot seem to pinpoint the sound, if that's what you mean. It doesn't seem to be coming from any one place, building or anything like that. Doesn't seem to be a horn you can identify, or anyone blowing on a horn, anything like that. It just seems to be coming from the shore. It almost sounds like it's coming in waves.
Okay. And you said it's pretty bright outside. Is it naturally bright, or is there something giving off light?
I wouldn't say it's unnaturally bright. No, it's just a particularly clear night. There's hardly any clouds in the sky, so you've got a lot of starlight, and you've got a full moon in the sky. It's a little low, but it's still giving off a decent amount of light. So you can see this. There's no modifiers to sight right now.
How fast is this fog moving?
How much did you make it? Oh, by spot on?
Yeah, nailed it spot on.
You can't really tell. You just noticed it when you realized someone walked into it off in the distance. So you can't really pinpoint how fast it's moving. Anyone else who made it by 2 or more would be able to pinpoint maybe a speed on it.
No, I just made it.
Made it by 1.
Okay.
Okay. This fog, it's just like my dream.
Your dream?
Yeah, I had a weird dream vision when I was on board that ship. There were some strange people, and they threw sand in the water, and when the sand hit the water, a fog rolled up.
Why did you not tell us of this sooner?
I just haven't had a chance. I just got back from the ships, and I sort of forgotten about the dream until now.
And by the way, you guys can see he's still kind of damp. I mean, you guys remember you came straight from the boat where you were swimming around under the water and searching and stuff, so you're still probably a little wet.
Yeah, I found some kind of weird acorn, and it just touching it put me into a deep sleep, and I had this weird dream.
How tall is the wood wall, the outside wall?
The outside wall, it varies, but it's roughly around 10 feet tall. It's not a very big wall. It's more of a slow them down kind of deal. Keep in mind that the town was raided for a long time, and you can see a lot of these posts are new. Some of them are old. It's something they try to maintain. It's just in case the town still gets raided occasionally. Now, I need rolls. I'm sorry. Dan hasn't had. You haven't had a chance, Derek. What are you doing?
I'm talking. Is this right here? Is that a door?
Yes, that is a door.
Okay, a gentleman.
Little side door.
Gentlemen, I fear we may have company soon. I'm going to get a better look. I'm going for these stairs.
Okay. And that'll take you into the Four Corners Tavern.
I'm going for the top floor, whatever top floor we have.
Okay. So let me zoom out, and I will give you access.
All I'm going to do is go up to the top floor and find a window that's facing the way the fog is coming and try to get a better look.
If you scroll down, just go straight down, you'll see the 3rd floor, and you'll see a corresponding stairs right there, and a window.
That's where I'm going.
Right there.
That's plenty, because I just need to be able to see over the...
Okay, it's going to take you a few minutes to haul ass in there and then go up. Everyone else. Dan, what are you doing?
I'm going to exit out of the tavern. And now, is this fog... is the shore southbound of the city?
It is...
I mean, so is the fog coming northwards, basically?
Let me see
from the map, from the city map.
So if you look at I'm going to take us to the city map real fast. If you look at the city map, The front of Four Corners gives you a direct sight to the front gates, and you can see the fog seems to be kind of rolling over, starting from that point right there.
So it's already crossed the stone wall.
Right.
Assuming it started on the other side of the stone wall, and now it's crossing over the wood.
So
this.
Oh.
I don't know if it's.
So that means the fog is getting close to my sister's house.
Yes. If it hasn't already engulfed your sister's house.
Uh-oh. Drama!
We gotta go get my sister.
I don't think that's a good fog.
Damn dependents.
Okay. This control is based off of sound. So if we stuff stuff in our ears, we should be okay. And I'm going to proceed to rip apart my cigarette and stuff into my ears.
Okay. All right. As you're doing that, I want everyone else. Well, actually, there's only a few people who need to make a check for me. I need Sean, Jeff, and Yannick. This is going to be an IQ check. Sean, you get a +4 to this check.
Whoa. Okay. Well, in that case, I made it by 5.
I made it right on.
I made it 6.
I'm sorry. What were we rolling? I kind of got cut out for a bit.
Oh, no problem. IQ check. So actually, let me be more specific. It's actually a will check. So if your will is different from your IQ.
Made it by 1.
I think he excluded you from this roll, but never
Yeah,
mind.
you didn't need to roll, Dan.
Oh,
You're good.
I'm sorry.
Probably a good
only,
thing.
Only a few people need to make the check. You need to succeed by Did anyone succeed by 5 or more?
I made it by 5.
By 5. You're good to go.
I made it by 6.
By 6. So, Jeff, it looks like you're the only one affected. So, you feel your head kind of go lightheaded for a moment. You kind of feel your body go numb. And what you see, you can see those tentacle things coming out of the fog. You can see them everywhere. I mean, there's probably thousands of these small tentacles whipping in and out of the fog. They're translucent. And
is that what I saw kind of in Creed?
Yes.
Before I pushed them out? Okay.
When you look down, you realize there's probably 30, 40 of them already wrapped around your legs, and they're already wrapped around your arms. And you feel yourself a compulsion to walk towards the fog, and you're now moving in that shambling sense. You can feel yourself moving despite your unwillingness.
Okay, so I'm not like I want to. It's kind of like zombieing me forward.
Right. You can see yourself doing all of this. You're still aware of yourself. You just
can't
seem
control.
to stop yourself.
Can I speak?
Make a will check.
Okay. By 1.
Okay. You can speak a very short.
What would I say? I would say tentacles. And Japanese horror movie.
And now we're in an anime.
Yeah, exactly. I'm gonna say tentacles, spirit magic, and that's all I can utter before I am muted.
Okay.
And I start ambling towards the rains. I don't know, something like that.
Rock! Come back!
See who's near you.
I was standing next to Yannick and Kree. And I'm probably now walking south, right? So this way?
All right.
Am I doing that right?
Yeah, you're good. But their back is to you. All right, or your back is to them. So they're good. All right. 15. All good. All right, so you continue to move towards the fog, and you can see that the fog is moving at a pretty. It seems to be either you're moving
I'm gonna
fast.
break your spell, by the way.
You gonna try
What's
it?
if you lose control of yourself, you cannot maintain the spells anymore. So it's gonna break your your spell.
But it lasts 1 minute. I don't have to keep it up. Right?
Yeah. Unless he goes unconscious. He's still technically conscious. He's still
Okay.
aware.
So the duration, real quick, just GURPS mechanic, I've never done magic before. So it says duration 1 minute, it says, but then it says I can upkeep half to maintain. So after that 1 minute, I spend an extra just fatigue to keep it up?
Yep.
So once I kick, it's done. Okay,
right.
Cool.
You don't ever need to re-roll to cast. Unless, of course,
And
drop
you
this.
can also spend a concentrate maneuver to cancel any ongoing spell before it reaches its end.
Okay.
At no cost.
All right. So right now I'm really worried for myself, but I'm also worried because I have my little fern spirit with me, and I imagine this probably isn't good for her. So if I'm able to move at all, I'm going to toss her the little walnut back if I can.
Okay.
That's kind of important to me.
Okay. So as you're shambling and stumbling through the streets, give me a will check as you attempt to do that.
Yeah, if I succeed, that's all I want to do. I don't want to do anything else.
Okay.
Do we have any
like
chance
3.
to react on what was happening?
Oh, definitely. We're not really in combat time, so it's, let me know what you're doing by all means.
I was actually expecting you to kind of direct what's happening and just call us up when it's our time to act. I know you said it's not combat time, but I'm still...
Well, I can do that too, yeah. So why don't we go ahead and start at the top, and we'll go the way I went.
It would make a lot of things easier. We wouldn't talk over each other and stuff like that.
No, cool. Yeah, that's no problem. All right, so go ahead, Yannick.
Well,
Yeah.
so he said tentacles, spirit magic, and he starts walking.
Yep.
Right.
And he throws something my direction.
I just threw it over. I succeeded by 3, so is that enough to be able to do what I wanted to do, Alex?
Everyone sees him kind of. You can go ahead.
There's like a seed pod, and it's about 2 inches long, and green. Yannick, you might have seen it, be kind of carrying it around, and I struggle, and like I'm fighting against some unseen force, and I just throw it over my shoulder, and trying to get it out of the fog, out of the direction I'm walking to.
Okay. And before that, you said I got him under control.
Yes, I said don't attack Kree. I think I have him, and then you see Kree kind of just start staring off in space.
You said I think. Okay.
Yeah.
I'll do simple thing. I'll do weight maneuver in case Kree starts moving or being aggressive. I just blow the lacquer powder in his face.
Oh, okay. All right, so if it does damage to him, he'll probably snap out of it here.
Yep.
Yeah. Oh, here we go. 13.
Oh, he says if Kree becomes hostile, Alex.
Oh, if he becomes hostile,
If he
he's not going anywhere. He's just sitting there happy.
Yeah, that's
happily.
weight. It's like weight maneuver, and the trigger is Kree becomes hostile.
Oh, no, yeah. Yeah, he's just happily swaying with the little shrubbery off on the side of the building. In fact, you can see him kind of reaching out, almost like he's trying to touch the leaves as he sways with it. But it's a good 10, 15 hexes away from him. But he doesn't seem to notice nor care.
Okay, cool. Anyway, I'll do what I just described.
Okay, Sean, what are you doing? You see Grok there take something out of his pocket, his hand shaking, and you can see he's fighting to gain control of his hand, and he takes something out of his pocket and he throws it over his shoulder.
Okay. I guess I'll run over and pick that up.
Okay. You run over and pick it up. You see you're a little surprised. It's smaller, but it looks pretty similar to what you have.
Oh. Another one of them damn acorns. Okay. I'll just tuck that into a pocket.
Everybody, go ahead and give me perception rolls. By the way, Derek, you make it up to the window. And Derek,
Okay.
you're going to have a +5 to your perception check since you've got a very wide vantage point.
I am going to make it then.
Yeah. I made that too.
I made it by a lot.
Yeah.
I made it by 12.
Wow.
Okay, so you critically succeeded on that one.
No. He rolled 8. Critic would be 6 or less.
For all intents and purposes, this is 10 and over. We're not going to worry about it too much. Anyway, so
Great.
You made it by a whole lot. What you can see from your vantage point, you can see the fog is actually rolling at a pretty good clip. And it seems to be trying to engulf the entire town. You can see it's not... I'm going to grab a pen real quick and freehand this. But you can see that it's moving oddly as it rolls across town. I'm just going to kind of scribble on here. It's kind of doing this number as it comes in.
Sorry. My kid went to bed.
So happy I don't have any.
So instead of like rolling out and getting wider, it's kind of rolling around the town and sort of surrounding it and then coming in.
So is it currently in the process of trying, like, does it look like it's actually trying to encircle the town first?
It does. You can see it's getting wider on the outstretches as it gets wider and wider. It starts to circle in. You can also see over here, just outside the gates by the road, you can see what looks to be a lot of there seems to be a lot of commotion going on in the fog. All you can see is a lot of shadows and silhouettes. And
okay. Does it originate from outside the walls, like over here?
It originates from outside the walls.
I can't ping on this map for some reason.
You might have the wrong tool. If you just select the arrow, the select.
Oh, there we go. Sorry. Oops. So out here, it starts outside the stone wall.
Yes.
Is it like as far as I can see fog?
It seems to come from the shore.
Okay. So not from any one focal point and coming out.
Right.
Okay. So I'm going to be yelling down from the window as I cut back for the stairs to come back down. It is going to be time to move very soon, gentlemen.
And with that, you can hear screams coming from the fog.
Have I made it to the fog yet?
Yes, you make it to the fog.
Whoa. I gotta try to stop him before that happens.
Okay.
If I get a chance.
He's getting closer for the moment.
Okay.
I'm not gonna. Grok can't speak, but I'm like, dispel magic.
Yeah. Thought of that. Never got around to learning that one.
Oh, damn it. Damn it, Yadic. I mean, Yibith.
Yibith.
You know what's a good
Y characters?
Right, yeah.
You know what's a good dispel locomotion? A concussion to the back of the head.
I was kind of thinking that.
I was going to do that to Kree if my hypnotic spell didn't go off. I was going to club him.
You need a shirt like those ones for the Jeep that say, if you can read this, flip me over. Just like if I yell tentacles, knock me out.
Yeah, I'm terrified. This is my fear.
I'm going to basically I'm going to do the biggest clock in the back of the head. Except I don't really have a good clocking in the back of the head weapon. I'm going to. I'm just going to since he seems to be ignoring me, more or less, I'm going to hit him in the back of the knee with the butt of my crossbow.
Okay.
I hope I don't topple backwards because you probably would die if I landed.
and then I'm going to back up quickly.
Derek, by the way, I'm like an 8.5 foot tall troll, so
Yeah, I can't miss that.
yeah.
Yes.
Pretty,
Since we're
yeah.
kind of a narrative time, I'm gonna assume you take a little time to make sure you clock him in the head, maybe an all-out attack for the the +1. And,
So did the smallest guy in the group just go try to knock out the biggest guy in the group?
Yes, he's
Oh, I'm not
about
trying to
to
knock him out. I'm hitting him in the back of the knee.
on the back of
just
the knee.
wanna knock-
Okay.
Just
All right, so
going
not
to
too
knock
bad.
him down. See if that's enough to snap him out of it.
All right, so just make do you have brawling or karate, anything like that? Weapon skill?
Well, I do have a weapon skill, but it's not the normal way that you use a crossbow, so I don't know how much that applies.
Yeah, I will.
Do I have brawling? I do not have brawling at all.
Just do a dex check.
Oh, okay.
Negative
Right.
1, normally be -2, but you can say all out attack.
it's not like I'm moving very fast
Right,
either.
exactly.
I am a big target.
You can go telegraphic attack actually, +4 and give him +2 defenses. He's not gonna defend anyway, blah.
Right, that's
Good.
what I was saying, all out attack.
I will, yeah. And I will do that, which gives me made it by 3.
All right, so go ahead and roll damage. Grot, you're going to need to make a dex check.
I'm assuming I want to fail this, right?
Yes.
I failed it by 1.
All right, so you stumble, you fall to your knees. I'm going to assume you weren't attempting to do a lot of damage anyway. You were just trying to knock him off his feet, correct?
That's right, yeah.
Okay,
Um,
so
I think we should roll to see if I fall backwards, though, because that would be pretty funny.
you know what? Roll.
My knee buckles out and I might tumble backwards.
9 or below. No, you rolled a 10. You're good. So
Okay.
he stumbles forward, hits his knees into the dirt. I'm going to give you another will check.
Okay.
You're closer to the fog. You can hear the screams coming from the fog. A lot of people seem to be attempting to run out of the fog now. In fact, you see some people actually make it out, and it looks like they're just frightened and they're running away back towards town again.
Does anybody look...
Is one of them my sister?
None of them look like your sister.
Do any of them look injured?
Yes, a few of them do look injured.
I made it by 3, Alex.
Cuts. Okay, cool. You are
And I-
free. And you can no longer see the tentacles the moment the spell breaks.
And I did a total of -1 point of damage anyway, so...
Has the noise changed at all?
The noise has not really seemed to changed at all. It's still the same level.
So same intensity, same
Yes.
tone.
Yeah.
I'm gonna let everybody know what I saw. Strongly suggest we swing wide of this and be on the outside of that fog circle.
I don't know. I think Rock would. I don't know. I don't have dispel magic. That's the problem. Can I do detect magic? I do have that. If I can get some details on it, maybe.
Yeah, I don't know detect magic off the top of my head, though, honestly.
Let me pull it up. I have the PDFs up.
Dan, what are you doing?
Very good question.
Sorry.
I really don't have a good idea. I'm gonna skip that.
Oh, no, don't worry about it. All right, so let's see. Let me.
Oh, detect magic is if an object is magical, so that's not.
Oh, it's
Wait,
not-
I do have. Were we able to actually successfully take down the orc?
yes, he still
Because
seems
I
to
do
be
have
swaying.
brawling.
He still seems to be swaying with the leaves as of now.
No, I mean the other one.
Yeah. He stumbled to
Oh.
his knees. He seems to have snapped out of it at this point.
Hey, by the way, Wilco, I'm a troll. You say that again, we might have a problem. Okay?
Yeah.
We are honorable people, unlike the orcs.
Oh, God.
So, did you say I broke from the spell?
Yes. You guys notice that the fog begins immediately retracting very quickly, and the sound begins dissipating quickly as well. It's almost as if the fog just suddenly starts to rewind, pulling back, further and further, until all you can hear now is the sound of people crying and moaning off in the distance towards the shore. And what you do see as the fog recedes, you can see what look like goblins off in the distance on the road. Oh, I can't see any stuff now either.
Goblins? What?
Towards the direction of the fog?
Oh, I got the wrong tool. Sorry. Over here. As the fog recedes, you can see goblins receding with the fog. They're native goblins. You recognize them immediately as native goblins. They're wearing their tribal warfare type clothing. They've got their black soot paint on. But they don't seem to be armed. They just seem to have been creeping along in the fog, and you can see as the fog recedes, they scamper away with the fog as well. And there's probably, you know what? Give me perception checks.
Failed.
Perception. Success by 8.
Nice.
Just made it dead on.
By 6.
Success by 2.
Okay, Yannick, since you made it by 8, is that correct?
Yep.
Yeah.
You can see immediately that these goblins seem to be under the influence of some sort of spell, magic, or something. They almost seem like they're even more animalistic than they normally are. You guys have had some run-ins, I'm assuming, at this point with the local tribes of goblins. They're very primitive, but these just seem almost animal-like. They're running around and scampering on all four, and they seem to be running with the fog. And you recognize it is one of the local tribes. Everyone else who succeeded, you can see that a few of them are dragging along small tokens. And by tokens, I mean an ear, maybe a nose, maybe a scalp.
Whoa.
Oh, fuck. Why did I become a healer? What about Kree? He's still dazed?
Kree is slowly coming out of the daze, unless you maintain the spell.
No, if my effect has gone away, I would assume it would be the same thing. Yeah, so as the minute the fogs go away, and where maybe you can walk up to Kree, I'll bring it down.
Okay. Yeah, you can see.
Actually, I was asking because if I need to keep eye on him or not.
No, it doesn't seem to. He doesn't seem to be under the effects anymore.
Because if not, I will go ahead and follow this street, right? But like keeping low profile, going along the walls, but as fast as possible, using probably stealth, and go and take a closer look on those goblins.
Okay. They're moving at a pretty good speed, like at a 5, maybe a 6 in some instances. So if you really want to catch up with them, you're going to really have to just...
Yeah, okay, so do my stealth check with -5 for running. And remember, it's 15 plus 1 for silence. No, actually +2 from silence from halfling. So
Oh, that's
17
right. Cool.
-5 for running. My target number is 12. And I guess we are here, and I proceed this direction to have a closer look at them.
Yep. They're right around here. You can see them as they're receding away. And you can also see them coming in from side streets as well.
What would cause it to break? Is it dawn coming? Is the sun rising? Any indication of why it's just suddenly stopped? Is the wind blowing? Is the moon come out? I mean, is there anything obvious?
Nothing obvious.
Okay. Well, I'm going to spend my turn healing the lady that Kree shanked.
Okay.
How common is magic for a layman? Like, is it enough so that if you see magic fog, you're like, oh, it's magic?
Okay, cool. Magic is not. Magic is very well known, but it's not necessarily very common. Real magic, powerful magic, like something like this, very, very uncommon. Magic is tightly controlled, and very few people actually practice it. It's like I said, it's well known and well documented. Everyone knows it exists. It's just not very common. But what you guys have experienced being in the new continent, a lot of the local tribes are very well aware of magic. They don't seem to be shocked by it at all. It doesn't seem to raise any eyebrows the way it does with more common folk from where you're from. Okay, so Yannick is running towards there. Did it ever? There it is. Oh no, that's Roxborough.
Yeah, that's for my healing whenever we get
Your
through.
healing. Hey Yannick, did it ever? Did you ever post your roll?
No, you were supposed to roll stealth check.
No,
Oh, you wanted me to roll for you? Okay,
Oh,
I can do that.
okay. You just never pull it.
I shouldn't know the results of my stealth checks. I believe I'm stealthing like Shadow, but you should know.
You know, I have no idea how to do GM secret rolls.
You don't have any actual dice around you?
No,
Just,
no,
You know, it's funny you
Just
say that because
slash-
I don't have it. If you give me just a second, I can grab
Okay,
some.
listen to me, I'll tell you.
Hold on.
/GM roll space 3d6.
Yeah, he stepped away, so we didn't hear that.
What's
I had to go
happening?
to the backup dice. It seems my daughter has taken my main dice bag. I have no idea where they are now.
You just kiss those suckers goodbye.
I hope not, because if she's got a hold of them, that means my 1-year-old did too, and I don't diaper dive for dice.
Everyone can do this roll, and it will become visible only to GM. And
Oh,
just
that's
exclude
cool.
the dot. Just exclude the dot.
What was your target number?
12 for hearing.
Cool. All right, so you see Yannick hauling off, running through the shadows and taking to the edges of the buildings and trying to make it closer and closer to the goblins as he scampers off. Some of you guys might lose sight of him, but you see he's definitely heading in that direction at a very fast pace. What are you doing, Sean?
I have no brilliant ideas right now. So I am also, I guess, I'm attending to anybody who comes out of the fog looking badly injured.
Okay. You can see most of the folk coming out of the fog. They don't seem to be badly injured. It all seems like I say minor wounds, but you know, maybe they're missing a pinky finger, maybe they're missing an ear, a tuft of hair, maybe a full scalp. minor stuff. Other than that, there's nothing else. No one's fatally wounded.
Okay.
No one's missing more than one finger.
Right, exactly. So they're stumbling through. They're shocked. They're a little scared. They don't seem to know what happened either. They almost seem like they're waking up as well. In fact, the first thing that pops in your head, this looks a lot like the passengers on that ship that came through. The way they were behaving at first, they seem almost sleepy, almost dazed.
Huh.
Can we go back to the?
Similar kinds of injuries?
There was definitely some trophy taking from these people, but there was none of those types of injuries from the passengers. In fact, you see a few. You see some of the older women the women in mourning that were inside the tavern Four Corners are out in the street as well. I'm going to make a quick roll. Dan, you see a few people walking through the fog, and you can see that they seem to. You see a few of them spot you, and you see one of them kind of smiles at you, and you see him kind of duck away. You recognized one of those men as, I'm just going to message you real fast. But, all right, so yeah, you see he acknowledges you, he kind of nods, and you can see him duck away, and he runs off. You notice immediately the direction he goes.
Was that supposed to pop up in the screen? I don't see that.
Oh, it's in the Roll20 chat.
Yeah, I don't see that.
If you go to the right, you should see a little chat bubble at the top.
Yeah, I see everyone's texting, the roll dice and all that, but I don't see your secret DM note.
Oh. Well, I'll just tell
Is
you.
it possible you're not scroll down all the way?
Yes, all the way down.
You're all the way down. Yeah, sometimes mine doesn't go.
I just sent you one, Dan.
Yeah, I see this. This test 1, 2, 3.
Let me see.
Anyways,
And
whoever that is, fuck them. I'm going to go run to my sister and find out what's happening. Anyone that looks at me crosswise gets a call shot mace to the face.
all right. Did you get that
see
one?
it now.
Okay, cool. I was just messaging
Yes.
the wrong Dan. I have to message Dan Testerman, not Dan T. Or Daniel T. That's good to know. All right, so.
Yeah. Meanwhile, Daniel T is going.
Anyways,
"What the heck
didn't
is this all
change
about?"
one bit.
All right, so Derek, what are you doing?
I'm once I hit ground, I'm gonna start trying to help out with anybody around us that's messed up, missing pieces.
Okay.
I got some first aid, so I'm gonna just try and help everybody and get everybody calm right now.
Okay, so you guys are providing some first aid, some medical attention to some of these folks, and like I said, they seem pretty sleepy and dazed. And they seem more scared than they do concerned. Even those missing digits, they don't seem to even notice that they're missing the finger. They might be holding the hand, and the hand might be actively bleeding, but they're almost unaware that they're missing it, kind of deal.
While I'm bandaging them, I'm gonna try and pry out whatever I can information-wise.
Okay. How are you going about that?
Well, let's see. I have interrogation.
That's a good idea.
I got observation. I mean, what do you need? I got.
Well, no, I just meant how are you?
I mean, I'm just asking them what they remember. What I'm looking for is not one whole story, but if I can get 3 people that all say, "Oh, it went left," then
Gotcha.
anything that sticks in my mind that I've heard from more than one person, that's what I'm paying attention for.
Let me see if I can get this to load one more time. Still not. I'm just gonna go here. Let's see. Do a no. That's really. Just give me a general IQ check.
IQ?
Yeah. Okay. Do you have any sort of empathy or
Yes.
social skill? You
I have empathy.
Add empathy to that as well.
What do you want me to add empathy to it? It's not
so it's an IQ check. So
it's not a tiered thing. It's just empathy.
oh, that's right. You know what? Give it a +2. So +2
Okay.
IQ check.
Then I made it by 5.
Okay. The general stories you're getting from, I'm assuming, Brock is there assisting as well, maybe asking questions too. The story you guys are piecemeal together is they don't really remember a lot other than they seem to remember. All of them seem to recall someone they knew calling to them at some point, and they were walking towards that voice of someone they knew. And as they got closer and closer, the voice seemed to get further and further, and they continued to get closer and closer, and until finally something happened, and that voice just stopped. And then that's when they woke up, and that's when they realized they were missing a finger, or maybe they're bleeding. They don't really know what happened. Other than that, they just know that they were walking towards a voice that they recognized.
Did I experience that as well, or did I experience something different? You said I was pulled.
Yes. You experienced something a little different. Now, if you wish to share that, you can. Do you want me to go ahead and tell you that? Okay.
No, just say it.
Okay. As you were hit by the spell, the first thing that you immediately noticed is that you felt angry. You knew that if any non-Twilight creature or non-goblin, hobgoblin, ogre, orc, troll, elf-type creature came towards you, you would want to just tear them apart. You wouldn't be able to control it. You would want them dead. You wouldn't be able to control yourself. And you didn't hear any voice of anyone you knew calling to you. What you heard were your tribe drums beating off in the distance of your homeland.
And the urge to kill humans, pretty much.
Yes. Humans, halflings, basically any humanesque type race.
Not goblinish. Okay. All right.
And the sound you heard again was the war drums of your home tribe calling to you
To do this thing. Okay.
Right.
All right.
Have I found out something during my little trip following the folk and the goblins or not? Or am I
Yes.
back yet?
You
or
actually
what?
succeeded your check, and you managed to get close to the goblins, and you can see that they're outside the wooden gate, and you can see that they are currently collecting. You can see that there's probably about 20, maybe 30 of them. You see they've got satchels, small little satchels on their backs. You can see they're stuffing stuff in there. You can see that they're covered in grime and blood and soot. They painted themselves with what looks like ash and mud.
Mm-hmm.
But you can see it's also mingled with blood.
Do they leave, or do they are just camping there at the moment?
No. They are
or-
definitely on their way out. You can see that they are strapping up satchels, tightening them down quickly, and you can see that they're preparing. They have what looks like some sort of large wolf-type mount that they are getting ready to jump on and head out again. By the way, all of that's taking place right over here. And you, I'm assuming, like came through the gate or maybe over the gate, like right over here. So they're a good probably 50, 60 yards away from you. So there's no
Yeah,
chance. Say that again.
I'm gonna be I'll be hiding somewhere and just observing for a while till they leave. I assume they are gonna take the gate to leave.
Yes, you see that they seem to have gotten small tokens. You can see fingers, pieces of scalp, stuff like that, hanging from the bags, maybe around their necks and stuff. But you can also see it looks like they raided some houses. You can see they've got pottery, they've got
Oh,
some
damn it.
silverware and stuff like that.
My house is here, somewhere around. I guess my house is somewhere here. Okay, so and they leave, right? You say, let's assume that Derek and the others doing the first aid will spend some time on it. So I'm gonna spend some time observing them, and
Oh yeah, yeah.
then I just don't want to. I just don't want to get bogged on this. So when we leave, I'll just make a note for myself what direction they left and where did they go.
Okay, they are heading.
Right.
How do I do the little arrow thing?
The ruler.
The ruler. Thank you.
You use the ruler and you just.
They are heading off in this direction. They seem to be hugging the wall as they go along.
They are going to my place. Good.
Now keep in mind, the only points of the stone wall that are open are on all along this edge over here.
So okay, so I'll follow them.
Is that an inner wall? Is that we were at an inner wall?
Yes, that is a wooden inner wall.
I thought that was a path. So there's two walls, or being constructed to it.
Yeah, there's a large wooden wall, inner wall, that protects the city until the stone wall can be closed up, which still hasn't been completed yet.
Are they still surrendered by the fog?
Say that again?
Are they still in the fog?
No. The fog is completely receded. The fog is gone now.
The fog is gone. Okay, so as they walk around the wall, I will follow them up to here.
Okay.
And then I'll just remember what direction from the town because they look like they are leaving after they raid. So I'll just remember what direction they take to leave the town.
Okay. Yeah, so once you get right around here, right around here, give me another stealth check, and I'm going to give them a general perception check. Keep in mind, the only thing out here really are tree stumps and light, low rolling grass. It's not very wide, not very tall at all, so there's not a whole lot of cover.
Do I need to run to intercept them, or
yes?
I don't
You're going to need
anymore?
to keep moving at a quick clip, because keep in mind they are now mounted on what look to be large wolves.
Yeah, so it's at this case the roll which I sent only to you is success by 5.
Okay.
Otherwise it would be by.
Okay, so we'll roll that. You're good. As they run through the grass and the old tree stumps, they don't seem to detect you. They seem more concerned with getting out than they do with being detected. Although they are moving quietly as they can, but they're more concerned with speed. They're looking to get out quickly.
What direction they leave the town?
And you see them once they hit right here. They turn this way.
So they go basically north.
Yes.
And then they get lost somewhere in the woods.
Yes.
North from the town. Okay.
Yeah.
So from here, let me think. How far to the docks is it from here? A long way. No?
From the
okay,
front,
Yeah, no, I don't expect there anything anyway yet. So I'll just. How long time is it since the unfortunate thing happened? It's
We'll
like
say it's been
2 days.
about 20 minutes or so, and back in town, you guys have first aided a lot of the people, and they seem to have woken up completely, and some of them are very distraught at this point. Um, this hasn't happened since last year. The last raid was a good year ago.
Was it similar?
No, not at all.
So
The
this is
last,
unique.
yeah, this is unique. Last raid that came through and they slaughtered cattle. They stole livestock. They stole shipments. They burned the ships in the dock. It was a pretty bad hit last time around. They were more concerned with destroying supplies and stealing supplies, but they did kill whoever tried to stop them. This time around, it seemed more of a psychological, more of a come through and
Mm-hmm.
you know fuck with you guys than it did with than it in the
Okay,
last go
I'll
around.
go back. I'll go back. I'll come back to the Four Corners Tavern from here right now.
Okay.
So
As
what's happening?
Go ahead, Derek.
as we were helping folk and seeing everyone, was anyone, I don't know, looking more prepared than others or more?
Oh, gotcha. You know what? Make an observation check for me. That's kind of along that line.
Yeah, let me double check it. Okay. So,
Sort of a combat ready type skill.
yeah, I made it by 5.
You know what? When the idea occurs to you, you start looking around at some of these people, and keep in mind, a lot of the town is predominantly human,
Mm-hmm.
but that doesn't mean everybody. There are dwarfs. You do have halflings. You've got a good scattering of other races amongst town. Although a lot of the town is human, but you do notice that there's a few of the local, two of them in fact, goblins, who don't seem to be very. They don't seem to be as upset as everyone else.
Like our goblin?
Your goblin was completely unaffected.
Uh-huh.
Yibbeth like kicked ass on his saving throw. But these guys, they weren't phased at all. But they don't seem to be missing anything now that you really look at them. They have a few scratches and little bruises, but they don't no missing digits. They don't have any scalp missing, no ear missing. They just look like they were bloodied up a little. But they've got this almost smug look on their faces. They look around, they'll whisper something to each other in Goblin, and they're talking to each other, and you can see them just kind of observing everyone else off to the side.
Where are they going? Are they hanging out? Are they moving?
Oh, they're
heading
hanging
somewhere?
out. They're hanging out. They seem to be watching everything that's going on right now.
You said some of the people were scalped?
Yes. When I say scalped, I don't like partially scalped, like it was done really, really quickly. And, like they're missing chunks, not like the whole thing.
Ah, so someone tore their hair off. Were the goblins somehow armed?
From what you saw, that they weren't carrying anything larger than a large knife.
Okay.
So
They came in very lightly armed.
So I spent the time healing the girl that Kree stabbed.
Mm-hmm.
I made my major healing, so I'm assuming that's enough to stop the blood and keep her from dying or something like that.
Yeah.
So during that time, I'm going to help out as I can, but also try to do a quick conversation with Kree if I can. In this next 20 minutes, kind of that we narrated.
Okay, yeah. Kree's pretty distraught. He's like, I don't know what happened. It came over me again, and I just seemed to kind of black out for a moment. I just don't understand. It comes over me so fast.
Were you answering the call of your tribe?
He looks at you a little suspiciously. He goes, "You heard it too?"
Yes, I heard my tribe's
You see,
war
he
drum.
glances around furtively. He goes, "I didn't want to mention it to anyone else. I've tried to put those days behind me. I'm an educated man these days, and I don't need those ways any longer. And I don't like to admit that I do miss them sometimes."
Wouldn't be too worried. It seems to be this magic is affecting us, somehow calling out our desire to be loyal to our tribe, runs strong in our blood. But it might be best to isolate ourselves for future incidents. I'm going to try to find a way to counteract this, because I can't be anytime something like this happens, attacking these humans. I'm sure they won't take kindly to that and kick us out of town.
I wonder it just seemed to happen so fast. Did it occur to you? I mean, did it happen to you as quickly? I mean, was it?
I felt the tentacles kind of enter my mind, and I knew what I was doing, but I just felt the lust to kill, particularly humans and elves, halflings, those sorts. I'm gonna assume that we're kind of all cousins of each other, the goblin type races.
The compulsion was only against humans and halflings and dwarfs.
So but not against elves.
Not against elves, no.
Okay, so it's kind of like
non-Twilight races.
Yes.
So I'm gonna say I felt the desire only to attack those not of our kind. Or whatever the appropriate word is for that Twilight realm.
Yeah.
We should probably keep this to ourselves, though. I will speak to my loyal friend Yibith and see if he experienced the same. He is of our type as well.
Yes, please do, and please don't mention that. I'm not proud of the compulsion that I felt, and I hope I didn't injure anyone while I was under this thing again.
I nodded the young lady on the ground. Yes, you managed to almost kill this one, but we were able to take her back from the brink. She almost
seems very distraught
ancestral spirits.
Lucky her, you were not able to handle a walking stick very well.
The smug goblins. Are they near the Four Corners? Where are they in relation to the rest of us?
They are near. They're not sitting. They're sitting not far from the Four Corners Tavern, like across the street.
Okay.
But they're definitely observing and watching and kind of snickering to themselves.
Are they talking in Goblin?
Yes. So you can see them. They're probably way over here somewhere. Oop. I don't know if you can see that, but far corner.
Okay. Oh, crap. Damn you, languages.
Yes, you can see that they're definitely talking Goblin. With your lip reading skills, you notice that it's not a language you recognize.
Can I pick up on words or phrases or anything like that? Like, not knowing what they are, but can I say what they're? Can I see what they're saying? Any of it? Can I catch any of it to maybe be able to repeat it to somebody who does?
I tell you what, I will give you an IQ check, but it's going to be.
Where are you?
I'm assuming he's somewhere over here on the porch of the Four Corners.
I think that from lip reading he would be able to reduce the sound of the word, because it might have some throat or nose syllables that you won't see.
Right. The only race that I've designed to where they are completely for the most part, all the races' languages can be spoken by each other, with the exception of the reptilian creatures. Those guys make noises that humanoids cannot make.
You know, the reptile man was a 125-point character.
Because I actually am a goblin over here, Daniel.
That is a good point.
Derek.
Yes. Well, I know that there's a goblin over here, and I know that he doesn't look like he doesn't have a shitty grin on his face. So I don't know what's going on over here in this little party over here that everybody's in over here. But I'm keeping an eye on them. If they start to move, I'm going to follow them.
Okay.
But
Yeah, they just seem to be watching everything.
I'm just putting myself away since I'm not there.
What's that?
No, I just moved my token away because I'm not there, actually.
Oh yeah. Go ahead. Dan, you get to your
Yeah,
sister's
ditto.
house. Okay, cool. So you get to your sister's house, and actually, you know what? I'm gonna have you make a couple of health checks because you're just hauling ass out there, right?
Yeah, probably going to throw my back and stuff.
This is right. This is a potential back situation. Also, you'll have to beat them in their running checks. If you have running skill, use that instead.
No, I was thinking about maybe using urban survival as a
Oh,
maybe
you know
like
what?
a
Yes,
shortcut
that's perfect.
using.
That is a perfect opportunity to use that skill. Yes. Maybe you take a couple of back alleys, jump a fence kind of deal.
Yeah, I failed by one.
Okay. All right. So.
But anyways, let me do a health check.
Oh dear.
Health, TH. Yeah, I succeeded.
Okay, so you succeed your health
3.
check. So did you make your first roll?
I failed my first roll, but that one was for urban survival.
Okay. By 11. Well, this is going to be a contested, so you need one more roll, and I'm going to give one more roll. So.
Oh, okay.
I failed pretty badly on that one. Oh, wait, no, that is...
Oh, I failed pretty bad too, but
Okay, I failed by one more than you did. So basically what happens is neither one of you are very good at running through town. You're stumbling through, tripping over cobblestones. He sees you running after him. He knows you're chasing him. You know where he's going. He's not quite sure where he's going. You're both just kind of bumping in everything. He finally managed to... He finally gets to your sister's house. He kicks the door in, and it looks like the door was already open. And he goes running in, and you're right on his tail, probably about a good 2-3 minutes behind him. You burst in the house, and you can see from the looks of it there was some sort of struggle that took place in the house, and you can see him already stumbling through the window, heading out the back of the house.
does he have anything?
He did not look like he had anything. It looked like he was definitely by himself.
Or did he just go through a house and jump through a window?
It looked like he went through the house, and like I said, you were only like 2 or 3 minutes behind him. And then when you come in through the door, you see him scrambling over the windowsill. Nothing in his hands. He's just trying to get out of there at this point.
All right, well, I'm going to search the house, try to find people.
Okay. You can see that the door
And I'm going to go to my bedroom and pick up my crossbow.
Okay. You can see that it looks like the front door was kicked in already. Maybe jimmied open. You know what? Make some rolls for me. You actually have skills for this stuff, don't you? Because
how do I chat to one particular person?
/W space and then start typing their name. Their Google name.
Okay, am I rolling a criminology?
Yes, criminology.
Succeeded by 3.
By 3? Okay. From the looks of it, looks like the door was popped open with a knife. You can see that there's definite wood shavings from the door where the knife was slid into the door, or between the door jamb and the door, and it was popped open. You can see as they went through the house, it looks like they were chasing someone. Someone tried throwing stuff down at them, you can see the tables toppled over. You can see it looks like a or a chair was pushed quickly over again. Someone tried to make a scramble to one of the back bedrooms, your sister's room. You make it to that room, and you can see in there your sister looked like she tried to make it out the bedroom window, but the bedroom window is shattered open, and you can see that there's little droplets of blood at the windowsill. Beyond that,
Which way is it shattered?
is
Into
shattered
the
from
building or out?
out.
Okay.
Make another criminology roll in this room, in the bedroom.
I succeeded by 4.
Okay. You can see that there's flakes of that soot all over the bed sheet and along the windowsill.
Okay.
And it looks
Well, she's
pretty
definitely
fresh.
not in here. Definitely not in here. I'm going to go to my crossbow. And I'll go get my crossbow and then go outside and try to follow. See if I can follow a trail.
Okay. So you go out the back. You grab your crossbow. You go out the front. And you go towards the back of the window, to where your sister's window is at. Go ahead and roll. Do you have any sort of tracking? Uh-oh.
Oh, okay, just a second. No, not really. Really urban survival? No,
Yeah,
that's
do
not
an
really
urban
good
survival
track.
check.
Um,
I'll do like a -2 since it's not really quite tracking, and never mind, it's a little more difficult to track in an urban setting.
I failed terribly.
Wow, that is pretty bad. You can see that there's a little bit of a mud trail, or the soot trail, for like maybe a couple of steps, and there's blood mingled in there too. It looks like whoever had her was dragging her for a few moments, and then the trail just completely disappears, vanishes.
Okay.
All right, so we're gonna jump back. What are you guys doing at the front of Four Corners? Let me check in real quick with Yannick. Yannick,
Mm-hmm.
did you want to RP that out?
Yeah, but my idea was that we just say I spent like hour or so on it, and we
Okay.
can handle it off screen, and you just announce when I get back to Four Corners.
Okay, cool. So it's going to take you a little while. In fact, I will message you here in a moment details as to what went down. You guys at the Four Corners, you guys see those two?
I want to ask him a couple of questions, and I want to do the thing like that, but I didn't want to get this situation. I didn't want to get the attention from what's happening right now drawn to something I'm actually doing kind of on my own on side. Right?
I'll message you real quick because this might actually change a little something on what you're going to do, Yannick.
It might. Okay then.
Sorry, guys.
So our goblin friend here doesn't have to have lip reading, does he?
Do you have lip reading, Sean? I think you're muted.
Oh, wait.
No lip reading. No, sorry.
So I actually won't spend so much time.
Right, yeah, so you get there and you talk, you get that information, so...
Uh-huh. And there's also the other prisoner is the hobgoblin, right?
Yeah, he's there.
He's there. So let's keep it on. I'm gonna spend an hour on it. I'll go talk to the hobgoblin then.
Okay.
And I'll come back to Four Corners later, and we can do the talk with the hobgoblin after the session.
Okay, yeah, that works for me.
Okay, cool.
All right, so you guys are sitting out on the porch, and everything seems to have calmed down at this point. People are obviously a little scared. You can see a lot of people have gathered actually in the square in front of the Four Corners Tavern. They of course want to get a posse together and they want to chase them down. They want to do a quick perimeter search, and you can see there's quite a few people outside. There's probably about 20, 30, 40 people on horseback, separating into small little groups. The local guards don't really want to take that sort of course of action right now. They're trying to talk them down because, well, honestly, Dan would know this. They just don't have the manpower right now. They do not have the manpower. They seem a little nervous about the whole situation, and they're trying to talk to people out of doing anything tonight.
What were the guards doing during all of this? Were they caught up in the fog just like everybody else?
Seems to be, yeah.
Were they okay at all?
The guards seem to have tried. They seem to have been affected as well, and they're trying to get control of the situation now. Because again, like there's a mob forming out front. And
I'm sorry, I missed it. What was the mob forming for?
They're trying to get small little posses together, and they want to do perimeter searches and hunt down whoever did this. And
okay.
They suspect the same thing anyone else would. It's a raid of some sort, and they want to hunt them down and kill them. And the guards are trying to talk them down from it because they just don't have the manpower right now, and they want to wait till morning.
Real quick, Yibis, did you see my message I sent you?
Oh, yeah.
No, I sent it to Yibis.
Oh, gotcha.
Oh.
That's kind of happened on the side.
Sorry.
No, that's okay. I didn't feel like taking it over, so I just typed it out. Wilco, can I pull you to the side for a moment, or are you doing something? What are you doing right now?
I'm way away from you guys.
Oh, that's true. You hauled
he's
ass.
probably on his way back at this point. Well, I don't know. What are you doing, Dan? Now that the trail has gone dead on you.
The trail's cold.
Yes.
I'm going to the Century Village.
Okay.
Did any of the guards keep their wits about them? And if so, did any of them happen to kill any of the goblins?
You know, that's a good point. I'm gonna make 2 contested rolls on that real quick. General Goblin check. We'll do that, and then a average soldier skill check. All right. So first one, second one. Wow, that was really bad. No, none of them managed. None of them managed to actually take or kill any of the goblins, but a few of them managed to not succumb to the spell. They just weren't able to subdue or kill any of the goblins.
Gotcha.
I'm sorry, Dan, what were you doing now that the trail?
Since the trail's cold, I'm going to go straight to the Century Village.
Okay, that's right. All right, so Jeff, Yipith, and Derek, you guys are still hanging out in the front. You can see one of the posses, about a group of 20 men. They're ignoring the guards, and they're mounting up, and they're riding off. And the first place they're going straight towards the main gate exit.
Where the fog originated from?
Right.
Okay. I Obviously, we don't know all the stuff that happened with the annex, so we don't know that there were goblins, right? We didn't
Right.
see that, right? Yeah. So all we know is the fog. Now, you said I've had a couple talks with the captain of the guard, right? When we
Yes,
were
he is
getting
familiar with you, and he's familiar with you on a main basis.
Is he nearby?
Yes, he is. In fact, he's one of the people who is trying to talk down one of the larger groups. And it looks like he's somewhat successful. They seem to have calmed down some, and he's warning them of the potential dangers. If maybe this is a trap, maybe there's a larger group out waiting, kind of deal. And
Okay, so real quick, I want to have if I can, a conversation with Yibith. I'm going to kind of take you to the side, Yibith, if that's fine. Kind of just
Okay.
And I'm going to ask him to say, after we already did the whole, I got the little nut thing back from you.
Okay. Actually, while you're doing that,
Mhm.
I'm going to bring out my own little nut, carefully handling it. Yeah. Holding it in a little wrapped up in a little piece of cloth, and said, "I got nut that's quite similar that knocked me out on board that ship.
So-
Maybe you should take care of this."
What do I see, Alex?
he shows you. It looks like I said, it looks like a almost like a walnut or a nut of some kind. But it looks very similar to yours, except it looks more worn, more hand-worn. It's a little larger. It's like I said, it's definitely older. You can see the grooves in the nut have worn smooth from being handled so much. But it looks very, very similar to the one you have.
Is it living, like mine is?
Are you handling it?
I have detect plant spells, so I'll
Okay,
without
well, the
touching
moment
it,
you
I'll try
see
to
it,
do all that.
give me a quick IQ check for your major. It's IQ plus major.
Ooh, I get really good on that.
Oh,
You know immediately this thing is just radiating magic, and it's definitely alive. The moment you put your eyes on it, you can feel it. You can feel the warmth coming off of it. It's almost like another living creature standing beside you or standing near you. You know what I mean?
Good warmth or
You can
bad
feel its
warmth?
presence.
Okay, so is it similar to the fern spirit?
Yes, very,
Okay.
very similar, except this one doesn't seem to be as awake.
Okay, because I've been nurturing Nimzani for a while, and so the way in kind of my mythos that I got it is that it's like a plant spirit, and it takes the nurturing and care and energy to get it to kind of hatch
Gotcha.
out of its shell. And Nimzani isn't hatched yet, but it's similar type of feeling then.
Very similar, very similar. This one, you like I said, with a 5, you know that they are very similar. This one's probably the same type of spirit, just a lot older.
I'm going to ask Yibith. I said, where did you find such a thing?
I was on the boat looking for clues, and I was going through the cabin of that seer guy and his guards, and I found it in that cabin. But as soon as I touched it, I kind of blanked out, and I had a vision.
Is this the vision with the sand on the sea you mentioned earlier?
Yeah, I saw some mysterious figures pouring a sand on the sea, and it caused a fog, kind of like that one that just rolled into town. And there were ships. The 3 ships were on the sea, and they got covered in the fog. And then when the fog went away, the ships weren't there, and the mysterious figures kind of rode off.
Perhaps the plant spirit inside spoke to you or tried to communicate.
Maybe. Didn't communicate very clearly.
Well, these things take time to be nurtured and to learn how to speak our language. They live normally in a different realm than we do.
Yeah, I don't have that kind of time. What was there a spell that translates?
No, my friend, it's like a slow maple that takes 20, 30 years to bloom into greatness. This plants take patience and time.
Yeah, I hate that stuff.
Yes, I know.
Okay.
Like the
You can
sands
take
through the
care.
hourglass of time.
You can take care of that then for me.
It is always it's such a responsibility to take care of one. I don't know if I can adequately. I wouldn't say adequately, but I don't know if I have the skill to take care of two. But I guess I have no choice.
That's a problem. Yeah. Would you rather you do that, or would you rather I do that?
No, I have seen how you interact with the plant realm, and that is not something I would trust in you. No offense, my friend.
Good call.
I'm
Okay.
assuming there's like you're like I'm the green thumb guy, and you water the plant, it dies. So I don't want you touching it. Okay. Well, I'm also gonna say very interesting. Seems like some of the pieces are coming together. Let me ask you: when the fog came, did you feel the desire or longing for your tribe?
My tribe? No, God, I haven't felt a desire for them for quite some time. I could get killed back there.
Very interesting. Because between me and you, when I was moving towards the fog, I felt I heard and felt the war drums of my tribe and felt the bloodlust of battle in me. And it was not something I could completely control. And it is odd how I was affected and you were not.
You said something about tentacles.
Yes, there were spirit tentacles coming from the fog that wrapped itself around my mind and as well as Kree's, and unable to resist them up until the very end until I think you hit the back of my leg. It kind of felt like something flicked me.
I don't recall. I don't know. Maybe I think maybe my acorn protected me because I felt really nothing like that.
Hey, Jeff and Sean, real quick, give me perception checks. -4.
I made it missed it by 1.
No, missed it by 4.
I'm actually. Am I
okay.
still near? Am I still right behind you, Sean? This is you right here, correct? This this guy right here.
That's me. Yep.
Yeah. I'm gonna give him a little nudge.
Yeah. Holy.
Your friends over there. They're taking quite an interest in what you have to say here.
You noticed it particularly when they
We're
started
probably
exchanging.
speaking in Goblin. I would imagine.
Yeah, I imagine so. But what I'm saying, they started paying particular attention when they started exchanging the little walnuts.
Yeah.
Sorry, who are we talking about here? Who is they?
These two guys.
Yep.
Right over here.
Oh, okay, I see him now. And you kind of indicate the direction.
Yeah, they've been edging closer and waiting and watching for a little while, and this whole time this has all been going down, they have not seemed too perturbed with what just happened in the city and looking rather pleased with themselves about it.
Knowing what I know, we need to speak to them. We need to see what they experienced as well.
I've been keeping my eye on them, but if you want to grab them, we can.
I'm just gonna stride very directly to them. Very tall, meanly looking. Just start walking directly towards the two little goblins.
This guy right here.
Okay.
The moment he sees Grok like striding towards him confidently, he loses all confidence and he just bolts. This one is very unsure of himself and just stands there. So, Grok, go ahead and move yourself. However many you want to move towards him. I'm assuming it's like maybe a 1 or a 2 hexes closer. Whatever, it doesn't really matter. But
as soon as I get close enough to earshot, I'm going to say, how do the goblin races or goblinish, do they consider themselves cousins or
yes,
kin or?
They do consider themselves cousins.
What's the right word for that? Is it kin or kine or cousin or?
Kind of
Okay.
more appropriate.
Hello, one of my kind. I must speak to you.
You see, he looks a little startled and a little nervous. You see him he takes a step back, and he's speaking in Goblin. He goes, "What do you have to say to me? So I don't know you."
Ah, but we're all brothers by blood to some degree. Let's just
He
talk
looks at
for
you.
a moment.
He goes, you filthy yourself with them.
I'm just gonna kind of laugh, like a belly laugh at him, and go, "I suppose you can think that way, but it matters not. Do you wish to talk?"
You can talk from where you're at right now. What do you want? What do you have to say to me?
I'm.
You see, he
What I
takes
ha-
another step back, by the way.
Okay, let me look up tangled growth real quick. In case he bolts. I have it. I think it's like a bind if I need to use it. Trust me, you do not want me announcing this in public. We should probably speak in a little quieter voices. And I hold my hands up. I mean, I'm not armed. I kind of just...
Yeah, okay. We talk outside. You can come closer to me.
Okay, I'm going to kind of step towards the side of the building, kind of beckon for him to come over. Just kind of, closer to the building, kind of out of earshot.
Okay, so
Well,
he stays out of arm reach.
okay. Well, he's doing that. I'm heading into the building, and I'm hoping if I go up to the back here, I can get out the back door.
Oh yeah.
I'm not entirely sure if that
Where are
works,
you
but
going?
okay. Well, I'm thinking that right about here. It's not pinging for me again. How the heck do I do that?
Select the little arrow, the select move.
Okay, yeah. Select move, that's what I thought I had. No ping. Okay, if I move over here.
Okay. Okay, back here, you know that, yes,
Yeah.
if there's not a door there, there's supposed to be a door. But there's a door in that back right there. There's actually bathing rooms back there. There's no back door back there. There is, however, a back door in the kitchen, you know of. And that is over here. Now I'm not pinging you. Right there.
Oh, okay.
That's the kitchen, and there's a back door to the kitchen.
Okay. I am, anyway, while he's doing this, you can tell me how long it takes. I'm going to head through there, out the back door, go around the building from the other side, and try to get closer to these guys with a daze or a sleep spell.
All right, so you're going
is this guy right here? Is he still there, or did he book?
Actually, it's kind of funny you mentioned that because he is actually on his way around.
Oh.
And as you come out the back door, you see him coming around.
Okay. I'm just coming out of here. Okay.
And he's hauling. He's like booking it. He's moving as fast as he can. He's hauling ass. He's coming around. He sees you. You see him. And he just halts for a moment. We're going to pause just for a moment. Dan, you go to Century Village. What are you doing there when you get there? Hey, Dan, you there?
Oh, yeah. No. It kind of cut out there for a second.
Oh, no problem. I was just seeing what you were doing once you arrived.
I'm just going to take 5 while you guys are doing that.
Okay, cool.
Oh, so I'm at the Century Village?
Yes, you make it there, and you can see that there's not that many guards presently there right now. You can see that the few that are there, they're taking inventory of weapons, mounts. It seems it looks like they are preparing for an early morning skirmish. They're going to mount up and they're going to ride out in the early morning, first sun.
Okay, I'm going to head over to the captain's office.
Okay, you go towards the captain's office, and one of the men, he waves at you. He says, "Hey, he's not in right now."
Oh, he ain't. Damn it.
He's over at
Damn, I was going to have such a cool 80s cop move.
Now you start making your way to the office, and one of the men recognizes you, and he sees you heading that way. He waves. He's over in the town square in front of Four Corners. He's trying to talk that mob down before they go heading out in the middle of the night.
Okay, then I'm probably going to walk that way then.
Okay. Give me a quick roll in the off chance of something happening. There's a potential for something here. So, like a 9 or below.
15.
Dan, if I could tell you to get new dice and make you get new dice, I'm not sure that would help.
I could manually roll. I have them in front of me. I have my dice bag in front of me.
You could do that too, because let me tell you, your rolls have been horrible.
And then, yeah, just make a snapshot and upload it somewhere.
Just don't do it through
We'll
Google,
have a
because Google's
webcam.
moving crappy right now.
Well, anyways, I'm going to head over to the captain's, where the captain's at.
Okay, so you're making your way back over. Like I said, they told you that he's back at the four corners in front of the square. From what they told you, there's a mob forming up, and they're trying to get some groups together to go heading out. Yannick, make a roll for me. A 9 or below potential. Nope. All right. Oh, no. Neither one of you cross. Okay, so back behind four corners, the goblin sees you. He kind of stops in his tracks, and you see he tries to swing wide as he runs.
I'm not behind the four corners.
Oh,
I
no,
just
no,
put
I was
myself
talking
away.
Oh, Sean, there he is.
Hello.
All right, Sean. You see he sees you. He notices you. He recognizes you immediately. He slows down. He's probably moving at like a speed 6. He slows down to about a 3. And he's still trying to go around you.
Hey, wait a minute. Quick, we gotta talk while there's none of those humans here.
Yeah, all right. He stops for a moment. He kind of puts his chest out, and you can see his hand is resting on a large knife. And, what do you want?
You guys are looking for the acorn, right?
Kind of sniffs it. You have one, huh?
I got more than one.
How many do you have?
I got another one. It's different, though.
Oh, yeah? Let me see.
Okay. But before you get any closer, I'm going to want some money.
I'll pay you for it. You see he digs in his pocket. Make a perception check as he's digging around in his pocket and pouch.
Made it by 3.
Made it by 3, so you made it by a good bit. You notice as he's digging around in his pocket, you can see there's a little tuft of hair poking out with, looks like there's still some skin on it.
Okay.
And you see him, you can hear the chains jingling around at this point. He pulls it out, and you see him stuff the little tuft of hair and skin back in his pocket.
Okay.
He says, I got some gold here. He starts to count some out. He says, how much do you want for it?
Wait till you see it. You're going to give me everything you got for this. Hang on while I summon it. Okay, and I will start to cast a sleep spell. Which I'm hoping he's not going to recognize. So that's 4 hexes.
Mm-hmm.
3, 4. Yeah. Well, we'll see if I can step forward 1 hex while I'm doing this. Just make it a little bit easier.
Well, I'll tell you what.
Mm-hmm.
He takes like a step towards you once you step towards him. He's very interested. He's got a handful of money.
Okay.
And he's kind of, let me see it.
Hang on. Sorry. Looking up the spell here. 135. Okay, resisted by health. And bling. Oh, blew it. Okay. Okay. Assuming he doesn't know what I'm. Okay, I just blew off some fatigue, but assuming he hasn't figured out what I'm doing, I'll just keep casting as if nothing's wrong.
Okay.
And try again.
He takes a step closer, and you can see this is about as close as he's going to get at this point.
Okay. And I'll look like I'm actually backing off a little bit, like I'm nervous, but I'm not actually going to back off. I'm just
Okay.
kind of like rocking back on my heels at this point. And I'm going to try again. Okay, and I made that one by 2.
Okay. Give him a health check. Uh-oh.
Since he's...
Oh dear.
Oh.
He succeeded
Okay.
in his health check by 4. I give him an average health of 10.
Okay, fair enough.
I'm going to give him an IQ check to see if he realizes
Yeah.
something happened.
See, something's
No.
happening. Okay.
No,
He's
the
all
microphone.
hyped up. His adrenaline's pumping. He wants
Okay.
to, he's like, come on now. Come on. Stop stalling. If you have it, let me see it.
It's this is a powerful one. I gotta invoke it. It only
Why
comes
do
if
you-
it
why are
wants
you-
to come.
Why are you with them anyway? Just listen. All this will go back to them soon.
I got my own thing happening here. How soon is this all gonna go back to them?
Oh,
I
pretty
want-
soon. The writers told me that if I cooperated, I would live, even if I did live in the stinking city with them.
And if you don't cooperate with them,
My head will end up on the fence right along with the rest of the humans when it's all said and done.
what do you figure it's gonna be like living in a city with the riders?
It'd be better than this. Come on now, let me see it.
All right.
He pulls out
Um,
about half of what he has in his hand. He kind of throws it at your feet. It's gold coin.
okay.
Ill-gotten probably, but
Yeah, that's fine. Okay, now I have fatigue of 12. I've now taken 8 fatigue, so I've still got a third of my fatigue, so I'm okay. But I'm only going to get one more shot at this. Okay, and I'm going to try one more time.
now remember, you can always spend a character point to bump a failure.
But it doesn't really help. It doesn't really help to spend character point to get the success
Right, he'd have to bump it to like
Because-
a crit.
because this is a contest. It will be wasted point.
Well, you'd still get the 10 or more if you bumped it to a crit. Like I said, it'd have to be bumped to a crit.
I'm going to try one more casting here. Of course, it'll be my last shot at it, though.
Oh,
fuck.
man.
Okay.
I'm going to give him an IQ check again.
I really hate. Well, he probably doesn't even feel that one because nothing happened. But I
Again.
think I'm going to I think I'm going to spend the. No, okay. If I spend the character point, what does that do to my roll?
It will turn the failure into a... Oh, I'm sorry. It bumps it to a success. The failure
It makes it a success. But then he rolls against my success. So what kind
Right.
of success does it make it? That's
So
what.
just straight
No,
on
no.
success.
That's
by
what I was
none.
telling you.
Right. So
Yeah,
it would be,
right,
It
yeah.
would be a right on. So the only way for you to still be successful is if I made my health check, like by no, defender always wins. I'd have to fail my health check.
You'd have to fail your
Yeah,
health.
dude, I would just take the failure and
Otherwise, you're spending 2 to get the plus the by 10 success.
Kick him in the nards.
you can always bluff
Except-
your way out of it. Say, oh, I never.
Oh, if I fail a roll, how much fatigue do I lose?
If you
One.
fail a roll,
Just one?
you still lose the fatigue for the casting if you fail.
You lose the whole 4 fatigue?
Yeah, it's
Yes.
wasted.
Okay.
It's still burned.
Okay. Well, in that case, I am at 0 fatigue.
So you pass out.
So I passed. Yeah, I was. Yeah. So he can make that.
Here, hold on. I gotta make a.
So at least one of us is put to sleep.
Actually, you can.
Yannick figures that I only lose 1 fatigue if I unsuccessfully cast a spell.
Really, I don't remember ever seeing that. One
Yes.
point for
If,
unsuccessful spell
if,
casting.
if the if the spellcasting is unsuccessful, he needs to spend 1 fatigue point. In
Yeah.
case he succeeded the spellcasting, but it was resisted, it's still considered successful spellcasting, so he spends all the fatigue points of the cost of the spell.
Okay. We'll go by that for now. Yeah, that works.
Okay. Okay, well, in that case, I'm not that bad off. So I'm at, yeah. In fact, yeah, I'm in pretty good shape. So he failed his intelligence roll.
He failed his intelligence roll, and at this point, he's looking, where did you get it from?
You know that boat that just came in to the harbor, the one that's like half sunk? Anyway, don't interrupt me. I'm trying to summon this damn thing.
What?
All right. I'm going to try one more time.
Yeah.
Not a critical, but
Okay. No, that's
Pretty
close.
damn close.
It's close.
Yeah.
All right, here goes his health check. Made it by none, so you succeed
Okay.
by 5. So
yeah,
it's just a sleep spell.
it's just a sleep spell.
He's like, "What are you talking about?" He crumples.
And I'm not in great shape myself either. Oh my god, I gotta practice that thing.
That would have been embarrassing if we had seen that, by the way. I'm glad we didn't. I'd have never let you live that down. 3 unsuccessful casts.
Okay.
All right. Meanwhile,
Cook, go get some of my friends and bring them back here.
what?
Go get some of my friends from the front of the inn.
You see, he grabs some little kid who's rolling out some bread. Hey, you heard the man. Go. He pushes him out the door, and the kid goes running off. It takes a few moments for him to run across the bar or across the tavern. What are you guys doing up front while all of this was going down?
I just started a conversation with the goblin up front.
Okay.
We got a little
Right off to the
closer,
side.
so I wouldn't have to shout. And I'm going to say, during the fog, did you hear the call from your tribe?
And looks at you and says, "What do you know about it? Did you hear it too?"
I heard the same call. What did it tell you to do?
Well, if you heard it, then you know what it told me to do. Why
No
are you
need to be
asking me questions you already know the answers to?
No need to be sullen. I'm just trying to understand what the Great Spirit wanted from each of us individually.
The Great Spirit wants us to kill all these nasty other things around here that seem to think they own this place.
Ah, so you felt the same as I.
You don't seem to act that way. Are you working with them?
Hold on, let me roll will real quick. Okay. I wouldn't say with them. I earn what I can. But the fog lifted before I was able to, and the call that I was feeling disappeared. Did it do the same for you?
It might have. Hey, let me see it. You have one.
Have what?
Don't play dumb with me. I saw it across the street.
I'll be back in a second.
Okay.
All right. They're collecting them, you know.
Collecting what?
The heart seeds. Do you have one of them? I saw you have one of them. I don't know if it's a heart seed. I don't think it is. I think you would know if it was.
I do not know what a heart seed is, but I do have a.
Well, then I think we're done talking.
Wait. So, you might call it heart seed. I call it a spirit being.
Maybe.
Do you have one yourself? Perhaps I could
No.
compare them.
I don't have one. They wouldn't let me touch one. They said my hands were dirty. They wanted me to collect them if I find any. They said that there was one on the last ship, but we didn't see anything when we searched it.
Alright, so my character should be lying now, but he totally is not that way, so he is not going to try pretending to be bad, because he just can't do it. Unlike my little goblin friend up in the other side of the thing. And, I'm going to get very angry and say, what do you want with these so-called heartsies? I'm going to try to grab him by the throat.
Oh shit!
That's what my character would do. He'd be breaking right now.
What's your character?
I don't
5.5.
know. Probably can't do it. He's probably going to lose, but that's
He's got a move of 6. I'm gonna give him a quick IQ check just to see. Okay, 10. He made his IQ check, so he sees you coming towards him, and he's hauling ass.
All right, I'm going to cast Tangled Growth on him. Let me. I gotta figure out. Sorry, I was looking it up earlier. I don't know which book it's from.
Oh, it's actually in.
This is in the plant one, right?
It's in that supplement book, yeah, in that.
Yeah.
The small plant spells book.
Yeah, I'm in it. Tangled. It's not. I'm searching. It's not pulling anything. So it's not in magic.
I'm pretty sure it's not in magic.
Is there a way I can? Isn't there a grimoire I can print up that'll show me everything?
Tangled Growth is on page 162 of Magic.
Oh, cool! It is in magic.
Of course it is. Where it will be.
Well, I have a specific plant spell supplement. I was looking in that. Okay. Causes grass. Blah 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 to grow on the ground. Become an obstacle. True is a barrier. A 3-foot wooden slab.
Okay.
Okay. So it takes 2 seconds to go. So he'd probably get kind of far away, right?
Is it a regular spell?
It's an area spell.
An area spell. Okay.
Yep.
Tangle Grove. Okay.
So in 2 seconds, we're just gonna.
When he backs off, is there any chance he's backing towards me?
Oh, that's right.
You know what? There is a good possibility.
There's a really good chance I can just snag him before he
You
goes
might
anywhere.
still be able to, because he's gonna actually go. Oh, dang it! Here we go. He's gonna go this way. Straight.
I can meet him in the middle.
Yeah. Yeah, so he moves his 6, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We're gonna kind of blah blah it because it's gonna go off the map.
I'm gonna try and intersect. So right here is where our paths would cross.
Do
I'm
you have
guessing.
like brawling?
Man,
or
I got it.
karate or
I'm actually
whatever?
gonna, since he's running away, I'm gonna judo chop him.
You're gonna judo flip him? Okay.
So are you like judo chopping with your hook hand? Like,
You know what? That's neither here nor there.
that would be awesome. Like Captain Hook does judo.
If I have to, I will. I mean, I have brawling and I have judo, so brawling is a little bit better. So let's just knock him down. Let's sweep the leg.
Okay, judo. Do a judo check. He is running. Or yeah, just do a judo check. I'm gonna give him an IQ check to see if he notices you coming up at him as well. 7. So yes, he does see you. So he will have an opportunity to dodge. So you rolled a 13.
I made brawling straight on.
Okay, so now I'm gonna give him a dodge.
Okay.
Alright. I'm not retreating because he's not moving away from you, so he needs a 9 or better. No, he did not successfully dodge. So I think with judo he just knocks you over, right?
Well, it was brawling, so it was just a punch or a throw him down, a body check, whatever.
Okay, we'll say like it was like a body check. So you
Yeah, I
basically
probably
shove
would have
him.
just.
So you shove him down. Dex. He does not succeed. He falls over into the dirt. You see him trying to scramble away. At this point, you can hear him whining quietly and very feebly and pathetically as he tries to scramble away.
Can I get a grip on him?
He's on the ground. I mean,
Yeah. So grab him by the collar.
narration, Yannick, we're not. I don't really want to go into like all the nitty gritty of combat. I don't want this to end up, like one long 45-minute combat session. So for like what could be easily narrated. So we're gonna kind of flub a lot of that.
Grab him, grab him by the collar in So let's see. Unattractive, disturbing voice, ugly ass hook hand.
All right, so
Ah,
we're looking
Stop trying to run.
You're looking at 2 for the intimidation factor, 1 for the
That's
hand,
hilarious.
2 for the hand. You're looking at a good -4 at least on the NPC reaction roll, and he's already a little frightened as it is. So he starts whimpering even louder. He's speaking broken common tongue. I don't know what you want. I don't know what you want. Help!
And I'm gonna shush him like you would with a finger, but with the hook.
He sees that hook come out. He's looking at that rusted blade on it. He's like, "Oh, just please don't hurt me. I don't."
I'm gonna come stomping up with fire in my eyes, wanting to crush his little face in.
He kind of
I'm just gonna hold him there. I'm not doing anything else.
All right. As that's going down, you can hear some boy burst through the double doors of the inn. He says, "Hey, anybody know a little goblin back there?" He says his friends are up front.
Yeah. I'm gonna kind of halt from my face pummeling.
So he needed you in the back. He's back behind the kitchen door.
The little short one with the, I don't know, frizzy hair or whatever you look like.
I don't know. I just heard him. He said that he had some friends out front.
I'm gonna kind of grunt and I guess I'll motion to you, Derek, and I'm gonna say, "Do you have him?
Oh, he's not going anywhere.
Don't let him go." And I'm gonna kind of run up towards help Yibith up on the other side, I guess. Okay.
Okay, so you get out there and you can see. Yeah, but what are you doing with this little goblin?
well, I figured he'd have some useful information.
He's snoring peacefully on the amongst the slop in the back alley of the back mud of the kitchen area.
Gross. I'm assuming this is one of your standard tricks, Yibith. This is kind of like you do the sleep spell pretty often type thing. So this probably wouldn't shock me to see you do
No,
this.
probably not. No.
Okay.
No.
I'm just going to kind of stride up and say, "Good job. I think we have one up front. I think they might know something." So I'm going to kind of scoop. I mean, I'm assuming it's no problem to pick up a goblin, right?
Yeah.
Just careful you don't wake him up. Oh, we might as well take his knife while he's asleep.
He has a rather
point.
large knife on his belt.
And I might as well take this gold coin since he's already dropped it.
I'll just take his little
I'll be right back.
I'll take his little satchel off and just throw it on the ground. Put him on my shoulder like he's a little tiny infant. Just
Okay. And I'll take the little satchel that Grok has dropped on the ground, and I'll follow while going through that and see if there's anything good in it.
Okay. You start digging through the bag, and from the looks of it, he's got just a bunch of random junk in there. When I say junk, it looks like he's got some nice-looking silverware. There's a random. It looks like a nice little vase. He's got what looks like some silk shirts that definitely did not belong to him. They're way too big for him. You can also see
he's a cross-dresser, by the way.
like wrapped in what looks like a handkerchief or part of a blouse or something. You can see there's like a ring finger with a rather nice woman's ring on it still.
Okay. Okay, well that's actually a pretty good haul for a goblin, so yeah, I'll just tuck that under my belt. And
Okay.
Aren't the orcish races or the goblin races cannibals in this thing?
Some of them are, yes. They have they see nothing wrong with eating the other races.
It might be a little treat for you. You can just nibble on the finger for a bit.
yeah, as long as nobody makes a claim to the finger in the next day or so.
I mean, the ring's like the McDonald's prize that comes in a kitty value.
Oh. All right, so you guys make your way. Where are you guys going with the sleeping goblin?
I guess up front we'll consolidate since we have one
Right.
being held by Hook, Captain Hook.
Right. Around
so
the front
as
side
you
of
guys
the
are
Yeah, I'd
collecting
imagine.
the quivering goblin on the ground, you see Yannick turning the corner on the road, and you see him waving off in the distance. He's not that far off as he turns the corner.
Hello, Yannick.
Hello. So what's up? What's happening out here?
We captured some goblins that seem to know something, and
I'm being assaulted. Someone help me! Help!
Shut up. Oh, this hurts, man.
He
This
sees
hurts.
that hook. You see his eyes focus on the hook again. He's like,
I'm gonna whisper to him. I get a little twitchy when people yell near me.
Oh. How
Yes.
does it seem that they know something? Did they were part of the attack or something?
I don't know too much. I know this one was questioning me about the what do I call it? The plant spirits, and they were seeking them out, and I know that was something they shouldn't be doing.
Okay,
and
now you got me lost. What spirits? Those tentacles, spirit magic you mentioned previously, or what? What?
they
Got
seem
me
to
lost.
they seem to be associated with the fog that came in, and they were looking for what they called, what was it, a heart stone?
heart seed.
Heart seed?
They seem to be looking what's a heart seed, and
Heart seed.
questioning me about it.
You remember Ibith found some seed.
Indeed, it matches the one I've been carrying around for some years, and they were asking if they could, if I was trying to find them as well. So do not
Okay.
trust ones that will just take off with a plant spirit like this.
Yeah, nice. So they might know something. Well, I know something as well. They came from north originally. That's where they went back. So it's a little confusing that they entered the town from south actually.
Maybe to throw off their direction.
Yeah. Well, I'm not really good at tracking. I'm pretty good at gardening, but not tracking. Anyway, it might be worth to.
Has anyone looked to see if the attack was any kind of a diversion for something else?
I don't think it was a diversion, but these goblins, they acted like animals. And
Yeah.
then I was observing them as I was kinda following them silently, because we herbalists know how to move around plants, and they stopped this behavior when the fog disappeared, and they became quite more civilized. They even had mounts, and they headed north, and they disappeared in the woods.
Well, do not take this the wrong way, but myself and my friend Cree over there, when the tentacles came out of the cloud, we felt the bloodlust of battle and were willing to kill any human type person, like
What
yourself,
language are you
and
guys discussing this in? I'm assuming common.
Myself, you consider myself as a human type? How many times do I have to remind you I'm not a little human?
well,
I'm
all
not
I know is
little-
you're not one of the what was the term you used?
Twilight races.
The Twilight. You are not one of the Twilight races.
Twilight
I'm not
races.
proud of the barbarian nature that came over me, but Kree experienced the same. So please keep this amongst yourself, because I don't think the town guard will react nicely if they knew we could be manipulated this way.
Your little
That's why
goblin
you
captor,
went
by
to
the
the
way, he in mid conversation decides to make a break for it, but unfortunately I failed my dex check. So he just kind of scrambles and falls on his face in the dirt again.
All right, up. Go sit against the wall, right over, right over here.
Okay.
Sit and stop doing anything.
Let me take care of that.
You have at it.
Does the goblin have a belt?
Yes.
I've got 10 yards of rope.
Yeah, I need like 4 feet.
Okay.
And I use my knot tying skill because every good herbalist knows how to tie knots, right? To tie him up.
Again, my friend Yannick, you'll have to tell me all these amazing herbalist skills you know, how to use powders and tie people up. I've never known a herbalist to know
Well-
such things.
Look, when I'm a gardener, when some plants grow, you need to tie them to a pole so they grow nice. That's how I know how to do a nuts. That's simple. That's same. You just bind 2 hands together as you bind the plant with the pole. And don't ask me ever again, please.
And I just kind of chuckle.
The goblin starts speaking goblin directly at you, Rock. He goes, listen, you don't have to let them know, but if you let me go, I'll pay you, and I'll make sure. I'll do whatever you want. Just let me go. You don't have to. I won't even let them know that you did it.
He's saying this to who?
He's talking to Grok and Goblin, and he's kind of glancing around, looking around as he's talking. Just let me go.
What did he say?
He's like, if you just let me go, I won't let them know you did it. And he's looking
Okay.
right at you, Grok. when he
Hey,
says
Goblin,
that.
I'm going to say loudly, silence or I'm about to crush your face in.
Oh, okay.
I was doing a willpower roll. If I'd have failed it, I probably would have crushed his face in. I don't like this guy.
We need his face.
That's why I rolled a willpower roll. I was able to hold my
Yeah.
anger. But I'm saying this little one's trying to bribe me, so don't trust him. He's sneaky.
Okay. Actually, we don't need his face at all. We just need him to be able to talk.
See, he goes a little pale at that. He's like,
So, what do you know of the heart seed?
I don't. No habla inglés.
I'm gonna look.
He switches to Goblin. He's like, I don't know what you're talking about.
Speak common.
I'm not very good at common.
Ooh, go Pulp Fiction on him. Common, mother! Do you speak it?
He's like, I don't speak common very well. I
Do
prefer
you speak
Goblin.
what? Do you speak English in what?
He's speaking purely Goblin now. He's not speaking God. He's like, I don't know what you're talking about. So I was just going into the inn. I wanted to grab me a bite to eat before I go back to my little hovel off in the south corner.
Say, don't lie to me. You asked me about the heart seed. You were trying to bribe me.
What is this heart seed?
You just said it 5 minutes ago.
Maybe it was my cousin. You thought I didn't say nothing. I don't know what.
Wait, real quick. We are talking about the same guy, right?
Yes.
Okay, just making sure I'm not forgetting something.
He's-
Who did we lose?
I'm not
Dan.
good at who did we lose? Okay.
Dan's
Oh, it's
dropped out.
Dan. I'm not sure.
I, on the other hand, am.
I would say I'm gonna say look. My friend over here, I notice you're admiring his little hooky hand. I'm sure he'd want to use that. So you better tell me what I need to know, or I might let him use it on you.
Alex, I'm gonna pull out of my backpack my friendly chat bag.
Okay.
Just start laying it out on the ground, just rolling it open.
Okay. He's watching you do it. And like, oh, okay. Listen. If you promise, he's speaking to you directly, and Goblin. If you promise to keep that one away from me, I'll tell you what I know. But you have to keep that one away from me.
You have my word.
Hello, Dan.
Hey,
All right, Dan. So where were you at last? You were on your way back, right?
I was on my way to visit the captain of the guard.
Right, and he wasn't there, so you were making your way from there where?
To where the captain of the guard currently is.
That's right, yeah.
True.
So you actually see him leading a large group of people away. He sees you and he waves to you as he's passing by, and he stops for a moment. He goes, "I don't have long to talk. I promised these people to provide them with weapons and lanterns for the morning. If you catch any wind of any of these groups heading out, please let me know. I could really use some help at this point."
Yeah, I'm going to tell him that he has a deal. I'm going to join the city guard.
Oh, he looks relieved. He goes, "Thank you so much." He puts his arm out. He shakes. He gives you a big hearty hug. He goes, "I'll put you on the roll call immediately." He goes, "Listen, any help you can provide would be greatly appreciated. You're hereby captain, honorary captain, until we can make it official in writing and in signing, okay?"
Okay. And I guess what time of night is it?
It's late. It's probably like 1.
Time for
Pretty bad
donut.
for a guy that usually goes to bed at 8. Right after Jeopardy's over. Hit the hay. I guess I'll go head up with the other guys at the big inn.
Okay, so you make your way to the big inn, and you can see Dan turns the corners, guys. I don't know where his token. There you go.
Appeared.
He turns the corners. He comes around. Somewhere around here.
Oh.
There we go. See, because Century Town's that direction.
Oh, okay, I understand. Yeah.
So you'd be coming this way. All right, so you guys see
Okay.
him coming in. You notice that they've got a goblin captor. Where's the sleeping goblin?
I still have him on my shoulder.
Okay.
I forgot he was there.
Ooh.
So I'm yelling at the goblin on the ground while I have an incapacity one on my shoulder.
I totally forgot you had him on your shoulders. He's snoring softly. Yeah, I'm sorry, guys. Let me take a 5-minute break. My wife is calling me from her party real fast.
Sure, this is good.
No
Okay.
problem.
Bathroom breaks and drinkies. Hey, babe.
Yikes. That's not a good knot.
So you guys know what's going on. I have a leather case with a lot of attachments for my stump.
Okay.
Knives and nasty
Yikes.
accoutrement.
So you're literally Captain Cook from Hook.
Sure.
Captain.
So I glance the
Remember-
thing, and I say, "A cartographer, It's like me, a herbalist."
Occasionally, you really need to make sure you have the proper tools to draw a good map.
Do you carve maps? Because
been known.
last time I checked, ink is usually put on a piece of feather, not on a knife.
It's woodworking maps, more kind of durable maps.
And in case you carve maps into a leather, I got pretty good lacquer powder to take care of the leather afterwards. Protect it nice.
What if we have to, tan some leather right here?
Yeah. Tanning leather. You're good at tanning leather? My father was a tanner.
And as an herbalist, do you know how to do that?
What?
Tan some leather?
No, I use the lacquer powder for other purposes. I make people sneeze and cough. It helps, you know, people who have their nose plugged, if you give them a little bit of that, it helps them.
Kind of looking like
I
corner of
know.
my eye.
It's a little unorthodox, but you know, you need to do what you do.
Well,
Help people.
you have to remember that you know, mapping the new world, I'm out around a lot by myself. So occasionally, you know, I need to have some tools with me in case I have to build a shelter or you know, make camp for the night. So these things come in handy.
Exactly. And as I'm, is Ibit somewhere around?
He's back over here.
Okay. Yeah, well, this guy, and I point at the tight guy by the wall, he would make a nice cover for the wooden areas on your maps. You know, the forest, his green skin would make a nice forest on your maps.
You know, I've always been looking for an excuse to try and teach myself tanning.
I'm assuming you're discussing what you're gonna do with the wake, the goblin that's awake.
No, we are
Actually,
kinda,
the halfling and I are just talking shop about our respective professions.
yeah, and we are kind of hoping our discussion is gonna work a little bit like improvised intimidation on the goblin.
Oh, most definitely. Like so far, are you looking at like a +3? +3. Okay, so who's gonna actually make the intimidation roll?
The problem is he doesn't really know common very well.
But
And
he
I don't-
understands
He
the
was
word.
doing good up until he decided to not know it anymore.
I was gonna say he
Um,
seems to comprehend common very well. He's just
From-
refusing to
well,
speak.
I'm back here on this scene. Have you guys like told me what's going on?
Yeah, if we see you come up, we'll kind of.
I'm way over here.
We'll motion. I mean, I know I would probably kind of motion you over.
Because I happen to know Goblin and Intimidation.
Oh, there we go.
Uh-huh.
Hello, Wilco, we need you here. And you've got the nice nasty mace.
From body language, can I tell that he's picking up on what we're laying out for him?
You know what? You don't even need to roll. Yes, he seems to understand and comprehend common very clearly. No, it doesn't. You see his eyes get a little larger every time. He's going back and forth as people are talking, and he's.
Can I have a suggestion? Just from my point of view, if I was walking around on the street and I saw 5 persons like us interrogating 2 tight goblins
Well,
by
just one.
wall.
He's tied up and he's sitting against the wall on the tavern.
Well,
the other one's asleep.
actually, I did tie up the second one as well. There's even rolls for it.
Oh, you guys tied up the sleeping one too. Okay.
Yeah. We just forgot to tell you. I don't think that it's the place we want to interrogate them right here. Let's move them somewhere else.
Well,
You guys are catching the odd look occasionally, but you got to keep in mind that the whole town's kind of in shock right now, and everyone retreated to their homes as quickly as possible, locked their doors, kind of deal.
people
so
are
it is
pretty
actually the
pissed
best
off
way.
at the goblins right now anyway, so...
Right. And the only people who are actually active right now, outside right now, are those small groups of mobs that are already on the march.
Yeah,
doing
but the problem
perimeters.
is, if we give them example by torturing
No, I agree.
Okay.
goblin on the street,
No, I haven't even touched it.
we would start a riot here.
There's
Well,
already
I-
some
I-
riots forming on the outskirts as
And-
their perimeter.
and-
Yeah, right.
There's
Yeah,
usually
right.
a lot of people who gets hurt during the riot, and you would just give me too much work. I would become too rich, and I don't really need that.
The riot's already leaving town, though.
Yeah.
But yeah, fair enough. Okay, we want to take this inside.
There's also other goblins living in this town, right?
Yes,
If
there
we
are.
if we publicly lynch one, what's gonna happen next? Come on, I don't have enough herbs to heal all the people hurt during the riot.
Someone
Just
go
to-
ask the innkeeper for his room with the thickest walls.
What about celery?
What about what?
Cellar. The basement where he keeps the wine and stuff.
The cellar.
The cellar, yeah.
All
Sorry
right,
about
who's
my...
gonna go talk to that person? Would be
I'm gonna talk to them.
Okay. Doyle. That's this guy in here. He is
The innkeeper's wife loves me, so I'm gonna
and
talk
that's
to
the
them.
innkeeper's wife. And they both are awake. They're sitting at a table talking quietly.
I join them. Good midnight.
You see, she she looks up. She goes, "Quite a night we've had. Is everything okay? Are you all right?"
Yes, everything's fine. I just need access to your cellar.
Oh, that's unusual. Is everything okay?
Yes,
I can give you a room
yes.
if you need a room.
Yeah, but we gonna need a safe place where the walls don't have much ears, you know.
Oh, sure. I
Okay, it's just between us, but we really need to talk to someone without other people having option to listen.
do
You get it?
You see Doyle. He kind of looks excited. He goes, "Do you know what happened? Is every? I mean, what happened? I mean, do you know something we don't know?"
Of course, I always do a lot of stuff you don't know, but you don't want to know.
Well, here I'll let them. I'll let them use the basement for now. But just I trust
just-
you, Yannick. I trust you. I trust you. Go, here. Follow me. Follow me. And he
Yeah,
takes
okay,
you.
so okay, I let him to show me the place and then I'll bring the rest in.
Okay, so he takes you to the back of the bar. And leads you to the back storage room. Goes down the steps. Where is my basement? There you go. And ta-da.
As he's leading the way, I'll tell him, look, there was some local goblins from this town and they got little hurt during the incident outside, right? And I want to take them away from other people because other people are now a little pissed about goblins, so I'm kinda concerned about their safety. So I want to provide them first aid in some remote place so no other people can see it because it would just cause a lot of talk.
Oh, by all means, Yannick. I trust you. Your reputation precedes you. Yes, bring them this way down in the cellar. You can keep them
My
safely
reputation of
down
the
here.
best liar in the town.
There's even a few cots. There's a few cots down there. You're more than welcome to stay. Is there anything else I can provide? I mean, maybe a late night meal. I mean, it has been quite traumatic tonight. A lot has happened.
Yeah, that would be nice.
I'll prepare it myself.
Some coffee and yeah, and
The
sweet
interrogation
coffee.
will be catered.
All right, if you guys scroll directly to the left, you'll see the basement.
Can you bring the goblin tokens in down here?
Yes.
Okay, I will go outside and I will just say, okay, we got the basement, just carry them so the innkeeper doesn't see they are tied up. I just told him that they got hurt and we are trying to take care of them and keep them safe from the mad mob. Okay?
Okay, so these stairs right here is where you come down at. So whatever you guys want to do from here at this point, Did you guys want to continue? It's like 12:10 right now.
I don't really mind. It's 11 here.
I just wanted to see because normally we cut it off right around here. I just wanted to make sure everyone
Right.
else is cool.
I'm fine either way. I don't really.
I'm flexible too
I'm
tonight.
good as well.
I'm doing good. I wouldn't mind seeing it through the end of the interrogation, but
Okay.
if you want to
I'm
call it,
perfect. No, dude, I'm good. My
cool
wife's
with
not
that,
coming
too.
home for like another hour and a half.
Cool.
I mean, but if other people are getting tired, I'm perfectly fine with that. So
I'm good
Well-
for the interrogation.
Yeah, I think we should finish the interrogation then.
Yeah.
Cool.
Yeah. Another half an hour is not gonna kill anyone.
No. All right. So you guys find yourselves down in the basement. You can see that. Where did he go? Here we go.
I'll stay on the steps, trying to use my little body, so in case the innkeeper brings the meal, he doesn't really see that we are interrogating them instead of giving them first aid.
He does
Let's-
walk you down into the basement just to show you around. He shows you the cots. He's like, listen, you're welcome to stay here as long as you like. If you need be, I can bring you some fresh food, some fresh water, and
Yeah,
did
don't
you-
worry about it. I'll come and pick it up at the tavern, so we are not causing you any more
Oh, it's not a problem. Like I said,
hassle.
you can keep them down here if you like, where I will make sure that no one mentions them. And if you like, I can give you guys some rooms. That we have some rooms still available, especially if you're willing. The room upstairs is still available too. The big room.
Yeah, well, I got a house in a shack town. I don't really need a room here. Just
Okay.
let me take care of those goblins.
Wilco will probably take the room.
Yes.
Wilco will probably take a room.
Definitely, I will give you a key immediately, and I'll bring it down with the food. So if
Okay.
you guys need anything, just come upstairs and let me know.
Sure.
Which one of the goblins is asleep?
The one marked with the blue marker.
So let's roll him up in the cot so he looks like he's snoozing and covered in blankets.
Doyle takes his time walking across the basement, kind of eavesdropping. You guys know Doyle's a well-known gossiper. Makes his way across slowly.
He's a well-known gossiper.
Yeah, well, let's. I'll start acting like we are really trying to help them. So
Okay.
I'll start
Make
ordering
an
the group
acting
around.
check.
Like,
In fact, I need everyone to kind of make some acting checks. Does anybody have the disadvantage, like truthfulness or honesty?
So, my character would not act this. He'd be like, "You need to get the fuck out," is what he would say. So my guy's gonna be like, "Barkeep, you need to leave."
Oh, I'm just going to the kitchen stairs. I thought it'd be easier.
But I have,
I'll go
okay,
with
I
him,
have
have
social
him,
stigma,
show me.
barbarian, so I have bad things for this situation.
I'll edge him out of the out of the celery, and have him show me where my room is.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
That's interrogation on the road.
He looks very displeased by that, but you're like, oh, I can show you to your room, I guess. He kind of takes a backward glance at the room again. Just let me know if you need anything, and I'll be down immediately. There's a lot of very valuable stuff down here, and I don't. Just again, if you need anything, let me know. And he starts.
Sure.
He goes, your room is up here on the second floor, and he starts walking you up to the second floor.
okay,
Okay.
let's. So they leave.
Yes, he is off screen now.
Okay, Naxan, do your thing. Just don't make them leave too much.
Yannick, just so you know, he quickly shows you to your room. Very, very fast, as quickly as possible. Kind of rushes. He's almost out of breath stairs and gives you your key, opens the door, doesn't even bother, lighting the lantern or nothing for you. Just, here's your room. If you need anything, come downstairs and see me at the bar. So, yeah. And he see him making his way back down the stairs quickly. All right, so you guys got
Okay.
about 5 minutes.
That was for Wilco, right? He's
Yes.
taking the room.
Yeah, he was
Okay.
taking Wilco upstairs. Wilco distracted him.
So we came in through this door.
Yes, those are the stairs you guys came down.
And are there doors on both of these other stairs?
You know, let me go. This is the kitchen stairs. Leads up to the kitchen.
Are there doors?
I'm
Are there
sorry.
doors on them?
I'm sorry. I made a mistake. This leads outside to the cellar doors. This is the
right.
kitchen doors. Sorry. Kitchen.
So I think we'll just make sure the doors are closed and get rolling.
Yeah. We put them over here somewhere.
Kim, let's those large knives we got.
Uh-huh.
Off the
they're
goblin?
both carrying one, yeah, both carrying large knives.
Let's knife the doors so no one can sneak in on us.
Okay, so you jam the doors with the knives. That's 2 of the 3 doors. Well, the cellar doors are not an issue. You'll know the moment those doors open. They're big, they're heavy.
Yeah, well,
The
knowing
doors
the
lead
moment
outside.
when the doors open is not good enough when the goblin is bleeding on us at the moment. Let's yeah, let's get this over as fast as possible.
These are pillars, by the way. These brown things in the middle. They're
What kind of a negative would I be looking at for detect lies if they're not speaking my native tongue?
Depends how good you speak the language.
I would think if you can't speak their
yeah,
language.
you're not going to be able to pick up on the proper cues at the right time. You need to be able to speak their language, I think, in order for that to
Well, maybe body language. I mean, I would imagine most, say, sentient would kind of look out of the corner of their eyes, maybe have some common cues.
Well, I have detect lies and I
Maybe
have
not.
body language. And I have
Use
empathy.
body language then. Body language
Okay.
for any signs of nervousness or
Sweating or, right?
right.
I'm just going to keep an eye out for that through the questioning and let them run it and hang out right here in the middle and watch the stairways. So if I need to roll on anything, you just let me know.
Okay. All right. So, what exactly are you guys doing? You guys got the sleeping goblin. You guys got the awake goblin. They're both tied up. The doors are protected. Yannick is watching the door.
I'm not good at this type of thing. I'll kill him, so I can't really. There's no subtlety in my, my character too much. So someone
Well,
else is gonna have to take.
Well, we're waiting for the guy that went upstairs to come back down and do this, huh?
Yeah,
he's kind of
Really?
yeah, man, we're waiting for you here.
You're the goblin.
Okay.
Okay, I'll
Goblin
do it.
interrogator.
I'll do it.
You're the
Wilco,
goblin
you do
speaking
make your way back down the
intimidator.
stairs, or back down to the kitchen doors that lead back to the cellar. He shows you the door, and you see he is hanging out in the kitchen cooking as you make your way back down the stairs.
Okay. Okay. Well, make it back down. Say we basically have a little bit of time. Edge my way up to. I'm guessing the goblin that doesn't have the dot is the non-sleeping one.
Correct.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm going to use using my accented goblin language. I'm going to roll a interrogation 1 and ask him everything he knows about the that missed attack that happened a few hours ago.
Wilco, I'd have probably filled you in on the whole heart seed thing too. By the way,
Okay.
at some point while we're walking.
Yeah, that would make sense. You guys maybe on the way down the stairs.
Failed it by 1.
Okay, so you were just just trying to understand. Is that proper? Is that right? You're just trying to speak with him.
Yeah. Yeah. Basically, hear the whole story again. Try to see if there's a change in the story.
Well,
Okay.
he should have negatives because we've been scaring the shit out of him for like 5 minutes.
No,
and
no,
taking-
yeah. And the moment he hit the basement, you guys notice he starts sweating profusely. He's gone from nervous to outright scared. You can see it in his body language before you don't need to be a body reader to see this. He's visibly shaking when you set him down on the floor. You can see he's got little tears coming out of his eyes. He goes, he starts, I don't want to die. And he's speaking in common now.
Sure.
Of course. Okay. Well, basically, I'll introduce myself as a captain of the guard, and have it that basically spill the beans, or we'll put you in the prison for barracks, whatnot.
I don't know much. I really don't. I only know it was passed on to me through my tribe leader. He's the one you want to ask, not me. I can lead you to him.
That will work.
Sir, he whom? He who?
My tribe leader. He's the one you want. He's the one who passed on to me what I needed to do.
What was that? You said you wanted the heart seeds.
We were told we should keep an eye out for the heart seed. That there was a heart seed on the ship. That's all we knew. I didn't find it. I searched. I couldn't find it. It wasn't there. I don't know. But they did find the money.
The money. Where's the money?
Well, see, you notice immediately he starts to relax a little. He's like, well, if you want the money, you're going to have to let me go. I'll tell you where it is, but only once I'm out.
Money is worthless.
The money's...
It's a lot of money.
It's a lot of money, guys.
Can't eat money.
I'm gonna kind of hush you.
Nope.
Give it. Shh.
But you use money to buy stuff to eat. I don't think he gets the concept.
You can grow the food you need from the field, Jibith. You do not need to buy it.
That takes a lot of work. It's very slow. Besides, we already have the heart seeds. So we need the money now. And then we're all good.
Like I said, I can lead you to the tribe leader. And I might even be able to help you recover the money. But only if I have assurances that I am safe.
I have area knowledge, so if he says the tribe leader's name, I'd like to roll on that, see if I recognize it.
Okay.
Also, is like a tribe leader kind of like what goblins? Do they share a surname, and that surname is a part of their tribe?
Sorta. How I'm kind of doing it is each tribe is different. There's not any real structure. So one tribe might be more of a hereditary type, my father's father kind of deal, whereas another tribe might be, leader by battle kind of thing, whereas another one might be there's like a little government. There's no real organization in any of the tribes. So tribe word is used loosely to just signify a group more than any sort of structural organization.
Can we just ask him
the main reason
tribe?
The main reason I'm asking is because I have a contact that's a goblin, and I was wondering if he might be connected. Connected to that.
If you want to, yeah, you know what? Yeah, because you did leave an open contact. I tell you what, if you contact him, we'll roll on it to see if he knows anything about it.
That's kind of more like a future thing. I was kind of more like seeing if he can give a name and that connects, that name or surname or tribe name kind of connects with my contact.
Gotcha. He's like, I give you my tribe name, my tribe leader's name, but you have to promise me I don't come into it. He looks to the sleeping. You can tell him he told you.
kept my cool. I
Yeah.
rolled a 7. I'm rolling, and if it fails, I might smash something.
Grok, maybe you should go watch the door.
I kind of just grunt.
Go walk off. Okay.
So the suggestion
But,
has
just,
been made to turn out his pockets. I think that's not a bad idea. See what he's got on him.
Okay. You
Yeah.
turn up, you guys are emptying his pockets. You
Yep.
see he's got a
Yeah.
little bit of money on him. He's got a lot of little trinkets and stuff, a lot of junk. You do notice that he has what looks to be a human ear in his pocket.
Find that on the street, did you?
Yeah, I took it all right.
Wow, I'll bet the humans would be really pissed off if they find out about that.
You see,
Most of them are
little-
literally attached to their ears, you know.
Not no more. Not no more. You see, he takes it. He's kind of.
Hey, hang on, you're tied up. Give me that. That's our ear now.
He's like he's got a little bit of money on him, not a whole lot. You can see it in his bag, in his little satchel that he had. I hate to call it a fanny pack, but he has a little satchel on, and inside there he's got a little handkerchief that looks like it's made out of silk. Again, most of this stuff looks like pilfered stuff from homes.
Nothing
Yeah.
high value, just a few little trinkets.
Right.
So basically, we got him for petty theft and accomplice in the little raid that happened.
Oh, very easily. Yeah, that is
yeah.
someone's human ear.
That's somebody's
While
ear.
we're,
I think that's more than petty theft.
I think that,
While we're rifling his pockets, I just want to go ahead and take a moment to search him. Like, search him down, search him.
Okay.
We're talking like body cavity.
No.
please don't
but-
use the hook hand.
Oh, no, I have a special attachment for that.
Oh god.
All right. So you start searching him. Like maybe you take his shirt off, pull his sleeves
Well,
up, kind of.
I mean, I have the-
Down.
I have the search skill, so I can roll against that if you need me to.
This would actually be more like a holdout skill.
Oh, I got a holdout.
Holdout is... Hold on, because I just read it to see which one I needed to roll against.
Holdout is
It
like if you're
says-
searching for something hidden on someone's body
To spot a concealed
or to hide
item,
something.
to spot a concealed item, roll a quick contest of search skill versus holdout.
Right. So if you like,
See,
So we roll search, he rolls, the goblin rolls holdout.
right. Oh, hold on, me.
oh,
Another useful skill I don't have.
see, I have holdout. I didn't.
Well, I have holdout and search,
The
so-
holdout.
Wow.
Oh.
Wow.
and I made both of them.
Works with me.
I made holdout by 1 and search by 4.
Okay. Let me roll real fast. He doesn't have anything concealed on him. But you do notice he's got what look to be some sort of goblin script tattoos on his chest and on his right along here, almost like the shoulder wrapping around to the back.
What is
That
Now,
it?
God-
Goblin, you mean like actually writing, or just ornate
Or
pictures?
very ornate pictures and writing.
Is that going to tell us
See,
what
I
tribe
don't
he's
have
from?
good enough goblin to do writing. I'll have to have someone else read that.
Well, I'm pretty good at that.
I would hope so.
Hold on, real quick. I just need to check something real fast.
But I don't know. I mean, I'm not from around here, so I do have local affairs. And Grok, didn't you have some kind of knowledge of local tribes and stuff?
Yeah, I'm from here, and I do have area knowledge too.
Right. So Can we tell what tribe he's from?
Yes, actually you can. The tattoos definitely Grok. Sean, the two of you notice his markings, tattoos as the here we go. Let me see if I remember correctly. As the Panther tribe.
Panther tribe.
Oh,
Did he give us his first name?
that
Like-
rings a bell.
Didn't he tell us?
He hasn't said his name at all.
So I'm gonna say
Now,
Goblin.
do
of
I know if my contact is part of the Panther tribe?
You know what? If you want it to be, it can.
If it is, then we have really no more need with him. I'm going to take him straight to jail.
It's completely up to you. If you want to use your contact this way, since you left it open, because we never had a chance to discuss it, so I will completely
Yeah.
go on board with that if you want to do it that way.
I'm gonna say, Goblin of the Panther tribe. Did you know this attack was coming? And why didn't you leave with the rest of your kin?
Because I knew it was coming. It's been planned. It was planned out ahead of time. I had nothing to do with the planning. I was just made aware of things when the time was right.
Do you live in the city?
Sometimes, but for the
And
most part, we live outside.
And what were you supposed to do when the attack happened?
Oh, I was just supposed to let the drums take me. And that's it. I did. And it was nice.
I failed that.
Oh, shit.
I'm going to roar in disgrace and attempt to take a few strides forward with my fist raised.
Okay. All right, so you start charging.
And I'm going to speak to him in Goblin in a very high-pitched voice and say, little ones like you have no dishonor. You don't deserve to live or tread the ground of the great plant spirit. I'm going to kind of come at him.
He puts his hands up. He curls up. He doesn't seem to put up a fight at all. He staggers back a little.
Everybody back up a bit.
I'm going to kind of grab him by the shoulders and lift him above my head like I'm about to toss him across the room.
Sometimes this gets messy.
He's like, no, don't hit me.
And I'm going to shake him like a nanny shakes a baby and say, "Tell me what you know."
All right, I'm going to give him a fright check.
And if he pisses on me, I will throw him across the room.
I need to grab my book real fast.
I'm basically a Wookiee, is kind of what I'm thinking.
All right, fright check time. And I'm going to give him a +3 to the check because he's already scared shitless. Oh, well. That's actually pretty darn good. So he
Low is
manages...
good,
Yeah, it's 10. So he manages to keep his composure. I already know, like 10 to 12 is good. Well, he made his check. Anyway, so yeah, he's good. He manages to keep from puking or peeing, releasing any bodily fluids all over Grok. But he
Good
is
for him.
scared witless. He's just trembling in your arms, and he's like,
And if he doesn't start talking as I shake him, I'm going to do something bad, so... And I'm yelling at him, "You better start talking or I'm going to..." Kind of leading.
Okay, hold on. Roll. That has... All right, so yeah, he starts saying, I don't know. I just know my tribe leader told me tonight was the night. We searched the boat. We couldn't find it. We found the money. That's it. That's all I know. That is all I know.
And as I shake him, I say, "What is your tribe leader's name?"
It's Sheev. His name is Sheev. I can take you to him. I can take you to him tonight. I know where he's at. They're in a... He suddenly stops.
Oh.
Oh,
Might have been too much shaking there, Grok.
I'm going to realize what I'm doing, and I don't want to kill our person, so I'm going to slam him back down on the ground and say, I need some air, try to get the rest out of him, and I'm going to storm out of the cellar.
So I'm going to play good cop,
Good cop, bad Wookie.
Yeah.
And do another interrogation check.
All right.
Failed that one even worse.
Well, you've got a +3 on anyone who talks to him at this point using interrogation gets a +3 because of the intimidation factor alone.
Well,
And
then
you've
I
only
failed
been
by
seven.
1. Instead of 4, by 1.
Okay, so it's not as bad as a failure. He's not laughing at you. He's just not intimidated.
Only because he's not laughing at all.
Let me see what I can do here.
See, he's like, until you can assure me of my safety, I have told you all I can tell you.
I made
Well, he'd be
interrogation.
pretty safe in a
Sorry, go
nice
ahead.
nice iron box.
All right, so Naxon steps forward
I made it by 2 with the bonus.
by 2. I don't know exactly what you want, but
Let's start simple.
he said, hey, wait a minute. Hey, he looks around. He goes, the big one. He's supposed to keep me safe. And he starts talking to the goblin and goblin. Now he says, listen, the big one promised he'd keep that one away from me. He looks visibly shaken as Naxon steps forward towards him. He promised. He promised. You heard him.
Yeah, he's kind of lost it for a minute. I'm sure he'll be back in a few minutes.
He looks at you. You gotta keep me safe.
Me? I'm a goblin. Look at that guy. He's got a fucking hook for a hand. How am I going to keep you safe?
What do you want to know? I've told you.
Let's start from the beginning.
Okay. Who's organizing this stuff? That's what we want to know. Who made the fog?
The fog comes from them.
Them. Who them? I can't see who you're pointing at.
The riders. The riders come into town, into our tribes occasionally, and they tell us what to do.
Where do the riders come from?
They come from, I don't know. We just know that they come from deep in the mountains. Probably over somewhere. I can't really talk about that. Only tribe leaders are allowed to go there. I am not allowed to go there. I'm not a
Okay.
tribe.
I can't really talk about that. Is not what we want to hear right now.
Well, no. It is a magical, powerful place for our kind. No other kind can go there. And in fact, you can't go there unless you're a tribe leader. I've never been.
Okay,
But that's where they meet. That's where they take them to.
Okay, I think maybe what we want to know is where is this place?
I only know that it's north from here, and then other than that, I don't know. Only a tribe leader would know where it's at.
Aha.
I know it's a powerful, magical place.
And these riders, are they humans? Orcs? Goblins? No. None of the above?
I've only seen them one time in my life, and it scares me just thinking of them. They look like elves, but I don't think they are.
Okay. So...
Can you tell me why you circled around and attacked from the south?
You have a heart seed. I wanted to get it. I was gonna see if I could maybe take my knife, and I was gonna try to take the heart seed.
Take what?
Take the heart seed.
But why did everyone come from the south?
Oh, well,
Why didn't you just come straight into the city?
that's where the encampment's at right now.
The south is towards the ocean, though, right?
Yes, the south is towards the ocean.
But when they left, they went north, correct? Yannick?
Yes, they went north.
So where are you people hiding out right now? Your
I
people, not you people.
I can lead you there. I mean, but beyond that, I'll tell you where my tribe is at.
That's what I just asked you to do.
Not far from here, about, I don't know, about a couple of hours march, heading north towards the. Once you get into the woods and you keep going a little ways, it's not far. My tribe stays there. We're waiting.
How big is your tribe?
We're about 60 strong.
So everyone who was raiding this town, there was like 30 or 40 of you raiding the town, so the rest was where?
Now that I don't know. Those were probably the war council, and they do their own thing. We're just the foot soldiers. We do what we're told. They told us, the riders instructed us to be at a certain point. That's where we were.
Yeah, you are just the cannon footers, right? So your tribe actually doesn't care about you at all. Your tribe leader or chief, or however you call him, with his shaman, they have their thing going. They don't tell you shit. They just put you in front of themselves as a shield, and you're so fucking dumb that you do it.
Hey! Now listen, I'm willing to sacrifice myself for the tribe.
You're dumb. Why would you sacrifice yourself for a tribe that really doesn't even care about you? You're tied up in a cellar of inn, and the innkeeper lets us torture you. And where's your fucking tribe? Nowhere
My
around.
shaman will bring my spirit back. I have no worries of my
Your
soul.
shaman won't bring a shit back because you got no spirit.
He has my soul. It will be safe, and I do not worry about dying. I will come back.
Make you cough your spirit out right now.
I'm not a shaman. The shaman tribe, he keeps us safe.
He keeps you safe. How does he do that?
But he blessed me before we went out on the march.
Oh, he blessed you, and what his blessing cost? His blessing brought you here, tied up, waiting to get your throat slit. That's a good blessing.
Listen, I thought you guys said I was safe.
Of course you're
Actually,
safe.
I never said that.
I gave you my tribe.
I can promise that your tribe leaders will never find you.
That's why we tied you up, to keep you safe.
No, wait a minute. Wait. Listen, I can give you the money. It's a lot of money.
You're just bullshitting. You don't have a clue where the money is.
No. It's in a large chest. I saw it, and it has this emblem on it. It's a big silver emblem, and you see he's over there. He tries to sketch it out in the dust on the thing. I think it's the emblem of your emperor, and they bashed it open. They did get it open eventually, and it's filled with these coins.
Who they? How did you get it? Where did you get it from?
Oh, it was on that ship.
Is he on the level?
It sounds kosher. You've got your detect lie.
Yeah, well, I mean, that's what I'm going for. So.
Okay,
Right.
gotcha.
Well, it sounds like he's speaking common right now. So.
Yes, he is.
By 6?
No indication that he's lying. He's fairly confident in what he's saying. In fact, he goes on to elaborate. I was one of the ones who found it. It was we swam into the cargo thing. I'm not a very good swimmer, but we did find it down there, and it stank pretty bad with all the bodies and the. Oh, it took like 5 of us to pull the thing out. It was so heavy.
When did you do it? When?
This was when it first came in, we were waiting for the ship to come in. And soon as everyone was done unloading, we were already on board the ship.
And did you know that the ship's gonna be? Did you know that the ship's gonna be broken?
Yes.
Did you have a notice that the ship is gonna be in a
We
bad
knew when the
shape?
ship was coming. Our tribe leader informed us the ships were coming in, and that one of them, the one with the people, the damaged one, would be the one we were to search.
How many ships were you expecting?
3. Oh, well, there was supposed to be 3, but we knew there would only be 2.
How did you know?
How many left on the initial voyage together?
There was a total of 3. But only 2 of them came in. One has been lost at sea.
Okay.
And you knew you need to go to the broken one. How did you know it's gonna be broken?
Our tribe leader spoke to us and told us which one it would be.
Sounds like we need the tribe leader.
He's
I
a
have-
shaman.
I have one more question for you. Is the money and the tribe leader in the same place?
He probably has it, but you have to act quickly because, as far as I know, he's supposed to meet up with the riders tonight, or at least one of the riders' messengers, to deliver the money and to inform him that our mission was complete.
When tonight?
That's probably already past due. It's been at least an hour or maybe hour and a half since that fog attack.
Uh-huh.
Well, I think we've basically got
I don't-
everything we can.
I don't think he's got anything more for us.
We do know the
Um,
we did get the location of the chief, right?
Well, he'll show us.
He gave you a general direction. He didn't tell you exactly.
I think a general direction would be good enough. I think these guys would be better sitting in a prison. Personally.
Prisons are no good. No offense, Wilco, but the law enforcement in this town sucks big time. You remember the elven cousin that we put in the jail to question him later? He's gone from a jail.
He also was like one of the
Yeah, well-
Emperor's men.
He wasn't Emperor's
guy-
man. He
I
wasn't.
thought he was.
Well, you thought wrong. He wasn't Emperor's man. He was set up by someone to look like Emperor's man, and they were trying to, I don't know exactly what kind of harm, but they were trying to cause some harm or maybe get rid of Mr. Mendoza. Right? And I was wrong about him poisoning the ship, which we found out just now because, well, maybe not. Maybe that fucking elven prick was connected to these goblins. That would be very, 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 very unpleasant.
Did you make your roll, Derek?
Yeah, that's what I was trying to tell you. Spot on.
Cool. You notice once the conversation turns to the subject of the elf, the goblin looks. He visibly relaxes and kind of smirks to himself and quickly goes to a neutral face when he realizes he's smirking.
Well,
It seems he has a little bit more to give us on the information side.
oh, really? Makes you think that.
He had quite a reaction to you talking about your elf friend there.
Elf friend? You mean that herbalist?
Why is everybody
Yeah, the other herbalist.
Is everyone in this town an herbalist?
I'm the only real herbalist. But everybody says they're herbalist.
Will the real herbalist please stand up?
Okay, I am a herbalist, but the elf had his little tool chest with a lot of different kinds of powders and herbs and aloes and so I call him herbalist like a joke.
I wasn't there anyways. That was out of character. I'm meditating out in the grass right now.
How about this? Let me make a quick suggestion and see how everybody here feels about it. Wilco, you want to give these guys over to the authorities. Yannick, you want to do whatever you want to do with them.
I don't want to do anything with them. I'm just saying that if we put them to jail...
I say we compromise. Let's give Sleeping Beauty here to the prison. And this other guy, and I'm going to put my hook hand on his shoulder.
He's
very
shaky.
Very friendly-like. Can show us exactly where we need to go to find his chief, and maybe he can shed a little bit more light on this other herbalist on the way, where we're away from, should I say, prying eyes and ears.
You just gave me an idea. This other guy's still sleeping, isn't he?
Yes. Well, unless it's worn off, I don't know.
He doesn't have a clue what we've been questioning this one about. Let's get rid of this one, and I mean put him in the jail, of course, and approach the second one as the first one already told us everything, and he's blaming only him. Put some fear in him to make him talk.
Yeah, that work.
I mean, I don't have any problem with separating them. I'd feel a lot better bringing the one that knows where the tribe is with us when we go out there, at least until we know for sure that he's not making something up.
Yeah, but
especially if people have a funny way of getting out of the prisons.
You know what I mean, right? Let's put this one, who's just listening to us, to the jail. Wake up the other one and tell him, okay, your friend says that he doesn't know anything more than this and that, and he says you are the responsible, so you are going to hang unless you cooperate. Spit out everything you know.
A door, correct?
Yes, it is a door.
Well, let's just stuff one of them in there for a minute.
There's the chef. There's the chef already eavesdropping behind the door.
Are you going to check?
Yeah.
All right. Make a perception check.
I'm just gonna open the door.
Oh, you're just gonna open the door?
Yeah.
You open the door. He's sitting right there. Like you bump against his face against the door, and he's holding a tray of food. Oh, I was just on my way downstairs to bring you your food and your supper.
Yeah, and you got both your hands full, and that's why you couldn't open the door for the last half an hour, right?
Yes, well, I was trying to get to the door without putting anything down, and it's a good thing you opened the door. I almost spilled everything.
Oh yeah, I know. And last half an hour you stood behind the door trying to open them, right?
Is the food still warm?
Are you checking?
Yeah.
You check it. It's definitely not fresh.
Well, you must have been trying out there for a while. This stuff's a little cold.
Oh no, not at all. It's just it's a little drafty in the kitchen at night. That's all.
You should go upstairs to your room and just bundle on up and get that chill out of your bones.
Well, let me at least finish. I'll serve you and then pull up a table and then put the food out for you and pour your drinks, and then I will go to bed.
I'm capable of serving myself. What about you guys?
Oh, but you might have a little difficulty with. I see you are. Might be a little handicapped there.
Is this a road you really want to go down?
I don't understand.
This talk would be best done at the prison.
I just wanted to help. That's all. Can you carry the tray? Do you need help?
I think I can manage.
Okay, I get. He hands you the tray. Be careful. Don't. He hands you the tray, and it's a little heavy, and it's pretty saddled down with large sandwiches, a couple of big mugs, and a big pitcher.
I'm just gonna set it down wherever nearby. Doesn't matter.
He yells down, and says, "If you gentlemen need anything, feel free to let me know."
Yeah, we will just open the door again.
Oh, okay. I'll see you in the morning then. He closes.
Yeah,
the
or
door.
maybe in another 20 minutes.
Right here, what's through this door? Is that a storeroom or is that more downstairs?
You're not sure. Are you gonna open the door?
I thought that's the door that we opened.
You guys came down the stairs and didn't open any doors. The door you've been opening is the door over here that leads up to the kitchen.
Oh no, I was talking about this door earlier.
Oh, right. That door is locked.
Oh.
Okay.
Well, that does us no good.
Why?
Well, I wanted to stash one of them in the other room, and then we could talk to the other guy.
We can do that.
Our herbalist friend is great at picking locks for some reason.
Why am I not surprised?
Who thought? I told you, I wasn't born herbalist.
That is completely up to you guys what you guys want to do with him at this point.
Yeah, no, we don't really want to open any door in this establishment to make the owner think that we are trying to steal something.
Is there an empty barrel? You can just shove him in a barrel. He's tiny.
There's a few empty barrels around here. So it's pretty much a fairly large little storehouse down here. Barrels,
There's some-
crates, and
There's some nice cisterns over here that we could just dump them in.
that's a big old laundry vats where they clean all the linen and sheets.
But we need to put him on sleep or something, so he cannot make any noise.
And this over here is their own little brewing.
Stuff a sock in his mouth.
He still can do.
Or a tongue not in it.
I'm gonna say I'm probably done with my meditation, and if I've calmed down, so I'll come back down into
Okay,
the cellar right now.
As you're making your way
I
down, you
have
run
to-
into the innkeeper, Doyle. He's sitting at the kitchen eating a sandwich.
Let's see. I think your bed's waiting there, sir.
Oh, I was just a bit nippish after making the sandwiches for your friends down there, and thought I'd have myself a bite to eat.
I make sure to bump into him on my way out. I think you need to go to bed. As I'm kind of walking by, and I kind of look over my shoulder and glare at him.
Oh, okay. You see him pick up a sandwich and he walks away. Kind of does a double take real quick to see if you're actually watching him. Oh, good night. Good night.
Walk back downstairs.
Okay.
I'm no longer enraged.
Okay.
You guys see Grok come back down.
I have the thing,
Whatever.
the liquid that the elf used to keep the Mendoza asleep, right? And he was rubbing it on his head.
Yes, you do have that.
Okay. I'll take a piece of rag. Is there some piece of it somewhere around?
Yeah, oh yeah, there's plenty of rags around.
Okay. I'll make sure this substance doesn't touch my skin.
Okay.
And I basically soak it into the part of the rag which I'm not touching,
Mm-hmm.
and then I just wrap it around the face of the tight goblin which we just talked to.
Okay. All right. He's like, whoa, hey, what is, what are you doing with that? What is that? He's trying to talk you out of it as he, no, and you see he eventually kind of slumps around, kind of looks around dazed, and you notice he kind of nods off. He's pretty much out.
Okay, I'll just use my what's it's esoteric medicine. I'll basically check his pulse. You know, like a basic diagnosis. What's happening
go ahead and do a
to
check.
him exactly?
Yeah, make a skill check.
Okay. It's success by 4.
Very erratic, very fast. He's definitely out, but it's definitely erratic.
It's what?
Oh, sorry, I kind of broke up there for a minute. You guys there?
Yep.
Yep.
Yeah.
Huh. Okay. It looks like something shut down on my computer. Anyway, seems I'm running okay. Like I said, his pulse is pretty fast, but it's definitely erratic. Like it'll go really quick and then slow down for a few moments and then speed back up. He seems very fretfully resting. He doesn't seem very relaxed at all. And he's almost kind of sweating a little.
Okay, can I make a poison check on him now?
Sure.
Critical.
Oh, wow.
And if you need to know, it's success by 9.
You know with the poison check that he is going to be okay, but as of right now, if you give him any more, it'll probably kill him. He's already been pushed to the brink with this poison. It's not necessarily poison. It's just more than he can take. He's a little guy. The dose you gave him was probably a little too strong, and the stuff inside the bottle was way stronger than you thought it was.
Okay. It's good to know. Let's stuff him into some cask then. Or out of sight, it should be fine. And he's gonna be fine, guys. Don't worry, he's gonna live.
Okay. So,
Hey, let's just wrap him up in a blanket and lay him on the floor over there and not say anything about it.
Yeah, good idea. Actually no. We want to convince the other one that we'll let this one go because he blamed him and blah blah blah. We believe blah blah blah. Right?
We'll just pick him up and put him behind the barrels where he's out of sight.
Yeah, out of sight is fine enough. Anywhere out of sight.
So, Yibith, can you make your sleep spell just go away when you want to?
probably.
Like a concentrate or something to...
Well, you can just shake him awake.
Anything will wake him up. He's basically in a natural sleep at this point.
He's in a natural sleep.
Yeah, that's what sleep
Yeah, once he goes to sleep, he's just naturally asleep.
I'll poke his face with my thumb next to the nose at the end of the nerve, you know?
Okay.
That's universal, it wakes up.
Oh, guys.
You know what I'm talking about, Alex, right?
Alright, so you poke him in the face, and you keep poking him. He eventually,
in the nose.
His eyes kind of flutter open. He looks around. Where am I? Why am I tied up? He looks around. He sees his companion over there next to him.
Well, we hit him.
Oh, you hit him. Oh, that's right. You guys wrapped him. He looks
Yeah,
around.
we said we are gonna put him out of sight.
What am I doing here?
Well, you're waiting to get hanged. Your friend already told us everything.
He did, huh? Huh.
He sold you. He says that you are standing behind the raid on the village. That you brought the clan of the Panther tribe down here. So unless you have some good way to explain yourself, you're just basically waiting here for getting hanged tomorrow morning.
What? Hmm. I can help you more than he did.
He told us quite a bit. You got a pretty steep mountain to climb there.
He's pretty dumb, though. There's a lot he probably didn't know.
He's smart enough to know about that.
He put things together.
Well, he was smart enough to know about that, and I'm going to point to the symbol that he tried to scratch into the dirt.
He looks down at it. Yeah, fucking idiot.
So, what's your version?
Tell me a story.
We were part of the raid. Our tribe's not far from here. But what he probably didn't realize is we're just a distraction. It's all just to keep you scared. The real stuff happens in the morning. You watch and see.
What real stuff?
You'll see. I don't know the details myself, but I do know that they were planning for the morning.
Well, you don't know the details.
Who would know the details? Oh, that would be our shaman, the local shaman.
What's the name of your shaman?
I don't know if I can necessarily trust you just yet. I need some
Well, you
assurances of my own safety.
Your insurance is of your safety. Well, I can pretty safely tell you right now that you're still waiting to get hanged. That's for sure. Unless you really bring something on the table that will save your ass, because as far as I'm concerned, you're responsible for a lot of people getting hurt here, and it doesn't look very good for you at the moment. Not mentioning your tribe left you behind, your friend put all the blame on you. So what's your story? What's going to happen in the morning?
I don't really know what's going to happen in the morning, but I know that they needed
Bullshit.
us to set it up.
This one had human bits and tokens in his pockets too, didn't he?
Yes, he had the finger with the ring on it, the woman's finger. And plus he had the tuft of hair. And it looked like it was a woman's hair as well, long blonde. Now, like I said, I don't necessarily know what was going to happen in the morning, but I do know that they needed us to help them set it up.
Set what up?
I might be willing to help you, but you have to agree to let me go, or at least hold me until the morning.
Yeah, we can hold you till the morning.
You have to guarantee I will not hang until then. Because when I've proven that I can be a trustworthy source of information.
Do I have any sort of kind of proof that I'm a captain?
You know what? He probably would have given you a temporary, like a deputy badge.
A deputy, a little star on it.
Yeah. Just something signifying you were within their ranks. Just something, maybe he took his off and gave it to you, kind of deal.
Good enough. So it's kind of obvious that I'm captain. So that.
Yeah. So he
So,
probably passed you, like
yeah.
I said, like a badge.
Yeah. And my word as captain isn't satisfying him?
Yes. You give me your word.
Yes. Yeah, we won't let you swing. If you can give us proof of what's happening tomorrow morning.
I can show you. I can show you what we did. What we really
Every
did.
goblin wants to show us something. Talk.
They're a pointing race, not much of a talking race.
We were distraction. Distraction for what? Who
I don't
told
really
you to
know.
distract? You don't really know.
No, but I do know that we were essential to setting it up. We put the things in place.
What things?
I have your word, and he's looking at you, Dan.
Yeah. Yeah, he has my word.
Untie me and I will show you. I'll have to take you to the places.
How about we have somebody... Okay, I'm not saying this out loud, kind of like have somebody stay here and we'll kind of strong-arm him into the location of where he wants to show.
He can walk. You can walk fine without being untied.
Yeah, you can do that.
His feet can work.
The big guy could carry him.
You cloak me and cover me. If they see me with you, they will know that I have turned.
Who's
I will be
they?
as good as dead anyway. You have to assure me that you won't reveal who I am.
Who's they?
Probably the other goblins.
I am not the only one. There are other tribesmen who are in town who pass for, and he motions toward Gibbet's direction, them.
Oh snap, Gibbeth! You got told.
They may look like us, but they don't have the heart of us.
I can carry you on my shoulders and cover you with the cloak. Will that suffice?
Yes.
We have enough rope to just tie him into a backpack for you.
Then I'll really be like a Wookiee carrying C-3PO around. Before we go, what do you know of the heart seed?
What I
Other
do
one
know,
said you were looking for it.
I just know that they're looking for it.
Who's there? Who's they?
The riders. The riders are looking for them again. There's supposed to be one coming in on the boat. That's all we know.
And you were told to look for it, and you were given the description?
Yes. We knew who would be holding the heart seed, but he never made contact. We're still looking for him.
Who was holding the heart seed? Who was supposed to be holding the heart seed?
Oh, we know that. It was the elf.
Well, I want to hear what he says.
You know of... Who?
How about this? You start talking, or I'm going to parade you outside and start telling everybody that you're about to take us to where we need to go.
All right.
Whether you're telling the truth or not.
Keep the hooked one away from me. High Tyses is his name. Creepy looking elf guy.
And is he working with you, or you were to take it from him without his knowledge, or without his...
Oh, he was supposed to deliver it. The
Oh.
heart seed is very valuable.
Of
It's from-
course. He caused. So I wasn't wrong. It was just the other version of the story which I didn't want to believe. So he caused the mess on the boat. He was carrying the seed. He was the one who provided them
Well, we probably shouldn't speak
the
of
gold.
in front of him.
And he had the plant.
And
He
had
had-
the plan.
Say he brought the plant with him. He brought the...
What do you know of the plant? You seem to know something.
I only know that it's not supposed to be here. If
Is
it's
that
here,
bad? Or...
If it's here, there's trouble.
What type of trouble?
Only a shaman would be able to tell you for sure, but I can make my guesses. If the tree is here, then that means that they're having trouble with the hearts. The one here.
What's the name of your shaman?
Vox.
Is that just out of character? Is that the same tribal leader the other guy said?
The other guy was like Steve or something.
Oh, that's
like
right.
that.
Sheev was the tribe leader. Vox is the shaman.
Okay.
They're not the same.
Do they have similar tattoos? Are they from the same tribe?
Yes, they're from my tribe.
No. The two goblins that we have and captured.
You haven't checked him for tattoos or markings of any kind. You just assumed. I don't know.
Are you a
Well,
panther?
let's give it a look.
When you start searching him, you take a look at his tattoos, and he is not panther.
What tribe does his writings indicate he's from?
Crow.
Is Crow and Panther working together? Because your friend was from Panther.
I don't know anything of that. They sent out so many of us when the riders came through, and we answered the call. We were told to do certain things, and we did them. And we'll be rewarded when we come back into the tribe.
Okay.
He's got gold in his pockets, right?
Yes, he had gold in his pockets.
I think Yibbeth has it now.
He doesn't have anything in his pockets anymore.
I emptied that
Yeah,
out.
he had gold in his pockets, past tense.
Uh-huh.
Well, anything
How
left
easy
over
go.
came out with that roll right there because I searched him.
Well, Yibbeth got a hold of it before anybody else did.
But
Yeah, I dropped this purse on the ground and he snatched it up.
What else do you know about the Hittis, or however you pronounce
Hytesis,
it?
the elf.
Hittisis,
I
yeah.
only know he was an agent for the Riders and has been for some time. Beyond
been
that, I
some.
don't know. I know he was supposed to report, and he never did.
is that the elf that you guys had in custody?
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, the one that got away.
Well, seems like we need to go figure out what he planted around town.
Yeah, so let's wrap him up, walk him out.
Mm-hmm.
He can play bard and entertain us on our short walk to wherever we're going. And if he gets squirrely, it's parade time.
Mm-hmm. Good idea.
Or I am holding him, I could just crush him. Just gonna squeeze a little bit.
Safe time.
Don't squeeze him too hard.
No, the best. Yeah, let's just in case he tries to fuck us around, let's just uncover him and show him to all the goblins to let them know that he's collaborating with us.
I'd way rather let everybody know how big of a traitor he is.
Yeah.
But we need his cooperation, so we gotta pretend right now. At the very least.
Well, we still don't know if we got his cooperation, but if he knows that we are gonna hand him over to his friends as a collaborator, he might wanna cooperate. But
Yep.
Yeah. Okay.
Well, it looks like I think we got the information we're gonna get out of these two.
Yep.
Nice. So now we can drag the sleeping goblin and put him to the jail while we are walking around with this one. Let's do it.
Okay, so it's probably like 2 in the morning at this point. We'll say the interrogation period took about an hour, maybe an hour and a half. So you're looking at 2:30 in the morning. Most people in the inn have gone to sleep. You come up. You know what? There's only one person still sitting down in the tavern. You recognize him immediately, Yannick. It's the servant for the Duke.
I checked him. He was fucking dead.
No. He was not dead. He was dying. he was badly messed up. Now the other guy, the Duke, was dead. The Duke was definitely dead.
No, I know. I know.
But his servant's sitting there at the table. And he's sipping on some soup, and he's got some bread. And he sees you, and he motions. He waves.
Is this a good stopping point?
Yeah, it
that's
is.
a good point.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Get going on the. I'm fading. To be perfectly honest.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, let's do when we drop today.
Yeah, I
Next
think
time.
we've got a pretty good idea where we want to go next week.
Okay, so let's see. That would be on the 13th. Is that right? Make sure I'm reading the calendar properly.
That sounds right.
2 weeks from now. All right, cool.
Yep.
I'm trying to keep notes because when investigation comes again, there's a lot of moving parts.
Yeah.
But what I might do is start publishing mine on the portal, and maybe we can keep a collaboration of kind of what's going on in the
And
wiki.
notes are always good. I mean,
It's not a bad
I have
idea.
my GM notes, but that doesn't help you guys really.
Yeah, I mean, in investigation, there's always a lot of moving parts, and we're doing 2 games a month.
I'm trying not to give too many hooks at once. I'm hoping.
No, it's good.
If it gets too much,
Yeah.
please let me know, and I'll bring it back.
No,
I do have
it's fine. It's fine, but while we're piecing the puzzle together, I don't want to forget anything. So, and I don't want to have to watch through 5 hours of video to remember things.
But there is the MP3s too to keep in mind.
There is that.
too. So.
Yeah.
Cool.
Cool. Well, thanks, Alex. It was
Okay.
good.
Yep. Thank you.
Thank you guys. I hope you guys enjoyed it.
Yeah, it was good.
Yeah.
Oh, I left Cree
Okay.
hanging out in the streets. I need to follow up with him. Maybe we'll do that offline, Alex. Maybe I'll email you or something.
Oh yeah, definitely. Last you guys left him, he was apologizing and talking to the woman he stabbed with his walking stick.
Actually, there's not much stuff to do off screen, considering what points we use as a stopping points.
That's
I
true.
know we're not very good at that, are we?
Yeah.
All the
Uh-huh.
stopping points. Here's what we can do is we can do instead of trying to squeeze in off-screen time in between game sessions, we could easily squeeze it in between little periods when you guys are separated from the party, and say, while I was off, like take for instance Dan, when he went to go off look for his sister, we could easily say, okay, well Dan, maybe he sidestepped over here and did a little something on the side while no one else was looking, kind of thing. So if you guys want to do stuff like that, we can.
Okay. Yeah, we're in a time crunch now till the morning, so you're right. There's not much time. So.
Depending on if you guys
Got
want to take any rest or whatever. Yeah.
Well, I don't think we can afford it. We got a tipping time clock.
No, I agree. And keep in mind, at this
Right.
point, everyone's been up for a while now, so there will be -1 to everybody, unless you have any sort of advantages that allow you to skip sleep.
Okay.
Mhm.
Gotta love the pressure cooker. It's good. Cool.
Cool. Awesome,
Thanks,
guys.
Okay. Good night, guys.
Good night.
Good
Good night.
So,
Talk to you
Good night,
later.
guys. Thanks for bringing me in.
Oh,
No
good
problem.
game, dude.
I like the hook.
The hook is pretty awesome.
A little creepy,
it-
but that's good.
Give it time. It'll flesh itself out.
I'm still working on how my character would talk. So we'll get that done eventually. All right, guys. Good night.
All right. Later.
Good night.